Yeah, welcome in, welcome back to another episode
Chicken
of
Philly is
What
back.
is that?
Who's got the
That's
sauce?
my computer bad, y'all.
We see what you was doing. Chicken Philly, that boy wants some Philly.
Off, man, right? What's going on, y'all? Welcome in, welcome back to another episode of Format Podcast Live. And this is the Wednesday night episode. I was like, what is that? Oh,
you want a chicken Philly? Chicken Philly. Come on down. Wait, what?
No chicken Philly. Oh, man. Well, we're here Wednesday night. Y'all appreciate everybody who's here with us. What's going on, Transformer?
Man, nothing, bro. Got me hungry over here wanting the chicken Philly now.
Zaxby's, right? Oh, man. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. We got some good topics tonight. We're going to have a little bit of fun with it. But since we're getting started late, little public service announcement, we're gonna keep the show rolling tonight. All right. We're gonna take calls, but we're gonna keep all calls to a maximum of 5 minutes in order to keep the show rolling. All right. So 5 minutes or less. You can call in and give us your thoughts in between topics. All right. So that's how we're going to do it tonight. And I am going to do my best not to get distracted and going crazy with the topics, because y'all know how I can get sometimes. All right.
Yeah.
But,
so, quick question. Who's the GOAT? Who's
Muhammad Ali?
Muhammad Ali. Why? Yes. Why can't it be LeBron?
Because we don't have enough time to discuss that.
Okay, good. You're good. Okay, good. You're doing good.
All
You're
right, guys. All
Keep
right.
Keep it up.
So let's go ahead and I'm gonna do my little spiel and then we'll get back right to you and get it started with the quick hits. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept aware anytime we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you enjoy the content as you listen, make sure you give us a like, a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And write it down, put it in your phones, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the podcast and you want to help the show continue to grow, make sure you go ahead, click that join button, join the channel. We're going to have some exclusive content just for you. All right. And speaking of joining Speaking of joining the channel, shout out to our very first member of the channel, and that is, of course, my main man, Laker Nation. Always love. Shout out to our guy. It's not that serious. He might not be here tonight, but shout out to you. And as you see on the screen, shout out to our newest member, Sid Bubba. Sid Bubba, what's good, my brother? Thank you for joining the channel. Yes. Appreciate you. Love the support y'all are giving. Got some new stuff coming out for you in the next couple days here, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much. Mr. CT, haven't seen you here before. Thank you for stopping by to check out the channel. I appreciate you. And let's get it going, y'all. Let's get it going. All right. Transformer, you wanna start it off here, or should I?
Okay, I mean, the quick hit was about KG on NBA Evolution. I believe Bruce found an article about KG possibly now being on the payroll. Whose payroll? Definitely not mine. I don't make enough money to put him on mine. So he's on a quote unquote somebody wink payroll because he's been changing his tone apparently about the game of basketball. KG has something to say about the guards of 20 years ago in defense of now the guards of today. So Bruce, you got a little bit to elaborate on what KG said. Could you feel free to bring us up to speed on what he was talking about?
Yes, sir. So as you know, KG is a Hall of Famer, a former Defensive Player of the Year, former MVP, won his only championship in 2008 with the Boston Celtics with Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Rajon Rondo, right? So he now is in the NBA media. He's got his show, Ticket in the Truth on Showtime or whatever network that is. And they do some pretty interesting basketball talk. But it's funny because he's been one of the major defenders of the past eras for a long time. But all of a sudden, his tone has really changed in terms of, how he talks about today, right? Even if we remember when Anthony Edwards made his uninformed commentary about the past era, saying nobody had skill except Michael Jordan, KG really went off. But apparently somebody reeled him in. And I think it's my opinion. I don't have any evidence to this, but it's my opinion that somebody got to him and said, hey, listen, you're part of the NBA media now. Part of your job is to grow the game. So we need you to scale back on, the derisive commentary of today's game, and you need to support that. So anyway, his tone has completely changed in a very short period of time. That's why I say that I believe he's on the payroll. And so where I'm going with this, I found this article today, and he was talking about, the title of the article is, quote, "It's saucy, you'll get dropped," unquote. Kevin Garnett believes guards from 20, 30 years ago couldn't compete in today's NBA. So I'm going to just read a couple of quick quotes, and then we'll get into it. Quick hit, right? We'll make it go quick, I promise. So he says, quote, "The game is at another level. I want you to get on court, sprint corner to corner, stop on a dime, and shoot a three. I want you to do 10 of those. Then I want you to focus on how tired you are, because these players do that for 48 minutes. I don't think the guys from 20 years ago could play in this game," he added. And later he says, "Steph Curry revolutionized things with being able to shoot it from distance with such consistency. Klay Thompson, Dame Lillard, these guards changed the game. I don't know if even the guards from 20 or 30 years ago could play in this time right here. It's creative. It's competitive. It's saucy. You'll get dropped. A blank will cross you over and break your ACL these days. The game is in a great place," unquote. So, needless to say, you listen to this channel, y'all already know I didn't like that at all. I thought it was genuine, and I thought it was lazy. And the reason I say that, I'm gonna name a bunch of names, right? Starting, of course, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Latrell Sprewell, Allen Houston, Mitch Richmond, Reggie Miller, Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, Kerry Kittles, Clyde Drexler, Sam Cassell, Gary Payton, Chauncey Billups. A lot of good names there, right?
A lot of good names.
Most of those guys Hall of Famers, right?
Correct.
Every one of those guys has been an all-star at least once, and a lot of them are multiple-time All-Pros, right?
Correct.
So you're telling me none of those guys could play today? Did he forget that he came up in the 90s and all those guys were playing then and they were killing?
They'll all get killed.
What?
All of them get bust today. Yeah. Jordan get bust down. Kobe get bust down. All of them get bust down.
Nah, I know you're not serious. See,
I threw you. You're like, what? Where are we going? What are we talking about?
Right.
No, absolutely. It was disingenuous. It was obviously, I don't know if he's just meaning like outside of the main guys, right? I think he's maybe, Jesus Christ. He's meaning other players outside of stars. Like everybody's doing it. You know what I mean? Something like that. Like, you wasn't asking that from the role players of the guys who played for Jordan. I mean, not played for Jordan, played with Kobe, played with Iverson. Those guys, like the secondary tier guys that are, needing to do these things. Maybe, just maybe, because, I mean, obviously, Kobe did it. Ray was doing it in the fourth quarter in 30 seconds.
Right.
Tracy McGrady. You know what I mean? These guys, because 20, 30 years ago, that's only 1995, 2005. So there's a lot.
In 1995.
Yeah, there's a lot of premier guards.
Championships in 1995.
Yeah, Kobe won 5 more post that, all the way up into 2010.
Exactly. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Iverson made it to 1. Reggie Miller made it to a couple. So I don't know.
That was won in 95. That's what I'm saying. Like I thought that was so lazy, and really you can say stuff like that when people aren't going to push back, right? And to some extent, I get what he's saying, right? He's saying, like, you got to run back and forth, stop on a dime and shoot threes, and they're doing this, and the conditioning is crazy. What he's leaving out, and he should know this as a defender, right? He should know this. All these players that he's talking about from today, they have to defend those guys I named too. And when you have to defend those kind of guys, it saps your energy, and all of a sudden, all them threes you shooting, it's not the same anymore, right?
Yeah.
When you have to defend those guys, it takes something from you. So, I'll just wrap it up here and say I'm really disappointed in how disingenuous Kevin Garnett was with this argument. I didn't like that.
No, and a big key to that, the reason why you didn't see a lot of it back then, there was a rule change, hand checking. That limits a lot of that three-point shooting, right? It limits all that, sprint to the corner, sprint back to another corner. I'm able to put my hands on you. So you're not going to be able to get those 3 offs. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get the threes off that, like, you were getting back then. So, yeah.
Yeah, because I can chip you when you're running baseline and all that, and you get called for that today. But again, it's even beyond that, right? Because KG, I think, was saying if you brought the guys I named, if you brought them forward to today where they couldn't hand check, okay, that's cool, but you still have to defend me now.
Correct.
And that's going to take a lot of energy. Remember, most of these guys could take you into the post. Mitch Richmond, Allen Houston, Spreewell, Kobe, Michael, Ray Allen, Clyde Drexler, Chauncey Billups, Gary Payton, all these, Sam Cassell, all these dudes could take you onto the block, and that takes your energy as well. So that was my thought. JR, right? That's another good one. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that was my thought.
He doesn't see it, but he dug in his bag for that one.
That's serious though. That's serious.
JR Ryder was dug in his bag for that one.
Yeah.
Gloves off today.
Yeah, he's not happy with my my third topic. All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to hit for a quick hit? And then
No. I did have one. Adam Silver had a conversation today. He was on the NBA Network discussing the possibility of shortening up the quarters in the NBA from 12 minutes to 10 minutes. I have a little bit of a snippet here. I'll let you guys hear on what he had to say, and we can go from there, guys.
Okay, I had it.
You had it?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it on the computer?
Yeah, I got it on the computer.
Okay, well, go ahead and play that real quick. I had it on my phone.
Okay. Yeah, it's about 40 seconds, something like that.
Yeah.
All right,
cool. And I'm probably in a minority. As we get more involved in global basketball, the NBA is the only league that plays 48 minutes. And I am a fan of 4 10-minute quarters. I'm not sure that many others are. I mean, putting aside what it means for records and things like that, I think that a 2-hour format for a game is more consistent with sort of modern television habits. I don't think people in arenas aren't asking us to shorten the game, but I think as a television program, being 2 hours, that's Olympic basketball is 2 hours. College basketball, of course, is
but if you like it, I'd say it has kind of a little bit of a push there.
Yeah, but it's such a dramatic change to the game. I mean, I think something like that would have to be talked more about.
All right, so man, that was a quick snippet. I think he was on Dan Patrick's show talking about that.
Yep.
I'll just say, man, I'm totally disappointed. And all these, like, every business has to kind of make changes as time goes on to try and adapt and continue to have success, man. But to me, all this stuff that the NBA is trying to do, and that just says, like, we know we're in trouble and we're trying to come up with stuff. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. At least they are trying to do something, right? So I get that. But yeah, I'm really disappointed, and that to me says, like, the NBA is not in good shape. But go ahead.
What does this fix? What does this fix? 8 minutes.
I don't know.
8 minutes of the entire game, 2 minutes of a quarter. What does this really fix? Right? Is that the part that's broken? Are the players tired? I mean, this game has been what, 77 years? About 77 years of NBA basketball, right? It's been 48 minutes for quite some time. Players tired? Is that the problem?
I have no idea, man.
So
I don't know.
What is the 2 minutes going to provide?
I think he referenced international basketball. So we know that it seems almost like Adam Silver and the NBA office, their focus is more on international basketball than the domestic market. So maybe they're trying to get it in line with international basketball so that everyone plays the same. I don't know, man. I don't know.
He did, like you said, he did mention Olympic basketball, right? Mm-hmm. He mentioned a time frame. Like, maybe that's the only aspect. I mean, what does this help for the game? I have no idea, but to me, it doesn't help anything. Maybe it fits the quota of, like, okay, maybe the game is too long, right? Maybe the game is too long. Everybody, attention spans are very, very short. Let's go ahead and keep it to that 2-hour block. I kind of see where he's trying to go with that. Other than that, like, but for the game itself, like, what does it improve? It improves nothing to me. I mean, because guys aren't tired. I mean, they're asking for whole games off, right? You know what I mean? To shorten up the season, maybe. I don't think 2 minutes changes a lot. I heard that Nation as well. Said everybody's about around 40 minutes. I'm like, the NFL has 4 15-minute quarters.
I was just about to say,
like, I don't understand that.
Like 3.5 to 4 hours, and everybody loves watching them. Freaking Chiefs and the Bills did 57 million, average 57 million the other day.
Correct.
I don't think the time is an issue. The issue is the issue is your product is not as good as it used to be, and I'll leave it there because I could go down. hole.
No, absolutely. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Quick hit. We're going to limit ourselves to 5 minutes as well, guys. Our quick hit was 5 minutes. Let's move on.
Hey, I'm hanging in there. I got this. Oh, man. Okay, so I was listening to, can't remember which podcast I was listening to this morning, and this kind of made me think about this topic, right? So
yeah,
we were talking about Joe Burrow and basically how this is almost like a golden age of quarterbacks, right? And we often look at, that 1983 draft class as the best quarterback class ever with, Dan Marino and all those guys in it, right? And that was a crazy draft class. But anyway, so they were talking about, some of the all-time great quarterbacks and whatnot. And of course, Aaron Rodgers came up. And most people see him as one of the all-time great quarterbacks, and well, he absolutely is, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say he should be.
Yeah, he is. So the 4 MVPs, top 10 in touchdowns, passing yardage, et cetera, et cetera. But I think the question is, and by the way, man, when we look at this dude, he's doing some amazing freaking stuff. Yeah, I have to, right? Because he hasn't given enough from the Jets. Boop, in the basket. No, but a lot of people say that Aaron Rodgers is the greatest thrower of the football we've ever seen. I don't know if that's the case. I will always say that John Elway could be right up there. And if we're real, Lamar Jackson, I believe, is right up there as well. His ability to throw on the move is crazy. But I think Aaron Rodgers is right there in terms of arm talent, accuracy on the move. Like, look at this right here. Crazy. Like, look at that. I don't know how he's able to, of course, he does have good receivers, but he's really able to place that thing just in the perfect spot more often than not. Look at this. This is crazy.
Yeah. Get that out of here. Come on, tell me you got the sideline toe drag. You don't got the sideline toe drag?
I don't think I put it in there. I put it in.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I should have. The one in Dallas, right?
Yep. Dallas toe drag. I think Jared Cook was the tight end.
Yep. I can hear Skip Bayless screaming about it now. But anyway, no.
Offside. Free play.
That particular play right there, did you see the torque he got on his upper body when he let that thing go?
Yeah. Like that. I've witnessed it for 15 years.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry, Transform. I'm sorry. Many people say that this guy, Aaron Rodgers, greatest thrower of football we've ever seen. But the question more so is, was his career a disappointment? He only got 1 Super Bowl. He didn't even make it to 2. And there's a lot of dudes that most people would say at the quarterback position who aren't as good as him that made it to 2 or more, right? Jim Kelly made it to 4 straight?
4 straight, lost all 4, but couldn't continue.
Right. No doubt. But I mean, yes, he lost all 4. Oof, it's rough. Eli Manning made it to 2. And if I'm not mistaken, did he beat Aaron Rodgers in both of those?
He beat Aaron Rodgers the first time. I don't think we played him the second time.
Okay. I thought he played in that second run. But anyway, the point is, so you look at this and you say there's guys that are not as good as him who have been to, more Super Bowls than him and have won more Super Bowls than him. A lot of people would say that he's better than John Elway. I don't know if I go that far. I think if John Elway played today, he would look just like Aaron Rodgers in terms of the mobility, the arm talent, all that stuff. But you look at it and we get back to the original question, and I will really let you kind of get into this, man. Was his career a disappointment?
Is that the question?
That's the question.
No, it wasn't.
Talk to me.
Everybody, the onus goes on the quarterback. Why? Highest paid player. You got the ball in your hands all the time. You make decisions, but sometimes it takes 2 sides of the football game, right? It was a lot of those playoff series, and I remember them time and time after again. San Francisco, Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta Falcons, the Seattle Seahawks, the New York Giants. What beat us is that we couldn't defend anybody. We had some porous defenses a lot of the times that Aaron Rodgers was able to play and make those MVPs, and he was always asked to score 30-plus points. We're getting blown out 42-17. We're getting blown out 42-25 or whatever the case may be. But I say that all to say it takes 2 sides for us to win a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. If you take the Super Bowls out of the equation, you look at his career, you're like, okay, an amazing 4-time MVP. I believe he's second best now. I believe Pat has it at the moment. Best touchdown to interception ratio ever, right? He was one of the most accurate throwers of the football ever. People compared him a lot to Brett Favre, but you look at the interceptions
Without
from
the
one
picks.
category to the other one. Brett Favre literally threw twice as many with the same amount of touchdowns, right? So you look at him as like, oh my God, he took, great care of the football. His career itself shouldn't be considered a disappointment. Do you have to win multiple Super Bowls for your career to be extravagant? No. Win one. Get there once, right? Is Drew Brees' career a disappointment, right? Peyton Manning truly only won one when he was in his prime. Second, when he got carried. Literally got carried. The man was literally just walking out there, just don't turn the ball over, we'll win the football game. So Peyton Manning truly has one, right? That he led his entire franchise as Peyton Manning.
He's been to 4.
He's been to 4.
Right.
So do we count all of a sudden? Do we now count how many times you've been there, or we count how many times you won?
No, because I wouldn't do it for the other guy.
Okay.
In the sport. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite here. However, I will say this. I mean, he is technically 50% in the Super Bowl. So I can kind of,
Okay.
Right.
MVP of how many?
5? Oh, of the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Yeah. One. Okay. Aaron Rodgers got one.
Time regular season MVP.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers got one. Four regular season. Super Bowl MVP. I mean, Super Bowl MVPs. So to me, no, man. Even though I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, did I want him to reach a Super Bowl more? Absolutely. Right. The man is as talented as the man was. The amount of receivers, the Jordy Nelsons, the Donald Drivers, the Greg Jennings, the Devontae Adams, the Randall Cobbs, all those guys that we had at receiver, let alone we never drafted a first-round talent in his entire career to help him on the offensive side of the football. So GM itself didn't put him in position to get those top-tier guys. We had to homegrown and groom our top-tier guys to even make it, to be, placed alongside him. A lot of times, you just look at our defense. Our defense is after Clay Matthews, what's my guy named Hawks. Once those guys declined and those guys started leaving, we never truly bolstered the defensive presence after Charles Woodson's and those guys. We never made that big splash in free agency to get those type of guys to give him more opportunities when it became playoff time. We was very, very one-dimensional. As you see a lot of times in Aaron Rodgers later on in his career, he depended on Devontae Adams 80% of the time, which pissed me off a lot. Like there's other guys.
All right.
It worked out until the playoffs. So in the playoffs, people scheme up differently. Like, hey, we're doubling him all night. You're going to have to beat us somewhere else. And Aaron Rodgers is like, well, I mean, I'm still going to throw it to 17. He up there somewhere, and I'm going to throw it down there. And they put us in a lot of games where it was a lot of trouble, where we, of course, didn't get the victory, but made it to quite a few NFC championships. Yes, he didn't get over the hump, but he got him a Super Bowl. I'm not going to call his career. Yeah, I don't do that to Dan Marino. Dan Marino is an all-time great.
Was disappointing though, and I think Dan Marino's career was disappointing, and I believe that everyone would agree with that. Like, for how great he was, he should have at least had one. Right? He went to one, he lost to Joe Montana, never got back.
So it wouldn't be a disappointment if Dan Marino had one.
No,
is Drew Brees a disappointment then?
He would have at least been to 2. You know what I'm saying?
Is Drew's a disappointment?
No, and the reason that I put so let me make an analogy here, right? Y'all know I get on Lamar Jackson a lot, right?
Yeah.
The reason why is because of what do we always talk about? That level of greatness, right?
Multiple time MVPs.
Yeah, it's not just the MVP, but we see how great he is with our own eyes, not just the awards on paper, right? Everybody knows how great he is. That's why the expectation is where it is, right? And so with a guy like Aaron Rodgers at his peak, he was one of the best to ever do it, like without question. I'm not going to argue that. So you would expect more. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing. You would expect more when somebody's that great. And so I think you're looking at, like we said, 4-time MVP, dude having just absurd season, 45 touchdowns, 6 picks, something crazy like that.
Don't get me started.
Almost 5,000 passing yards, just literally carrying. Pretty much carrying the team, right? Because
you're right. You're not wrong.
The team was that bad, but because he was that good, right?
He kept us afloat all them years.
Yeah, and this is why I say like it was a disappointment because I think he should have had more. I do.
Yeah, I mean, but you also look at look at the weapons, right? You know, you look at the Joe Burrows, you look at the Travis Kelce's, the Patrick Mahomes. You know, you look at the big tier weapons. But Joe Burrow got what? Jamar Chase, those guys who are definitely going to be, you know, future Hall of Famers in their own right. You know, top tier guys. Those teams draft in the first round guys to put on the offensive side of the ball to where it takes that pressure off of Aaron Rodgers. Green Bay never did that. Never. You know, we had to groom a lot of people don't know when Devontae Adams first got in the league, they was calling him to be cut. We had to grow him.
Yeah,
and then he became Devontae Adams.
I think he went to Fresno State. So
he was with Derek Carr. He was at Fresno State with Derek Carr. And he got into his first 2 seasons dropping everything that came his way. Right? Dropping everything that came his way. But it took Aaron Rodgers to get on par with him and to become who he was. Jordy Nelson wasn't that big of a name when he came out of college. Jordy Nelson became one of the top 5 receivers in the league, multiple years running until he tore his ACL in the preseason game, right? So, you know, you look at that and you're like, dang it, if Green Bay's front office was to give this man some chances with some top tier talent in the first round, maybe things would have turned out a little bit differently for the offensive side of the ball. Or maybe if we would have, because Green Bay isn't known for splashing in free agent. We were very homegrown oriented football team. We rarely go out there and get top tier talent. You know, the Reggie Whites, the like I mentioned earlier, the Charles Woodsons from Oakland. You know, we don't. When we made those, we got a Super Bowl. Proof is in the pudding.
Right.
We stopped doing all that. You know, we got your second, third tier guys in free agency just to fit the pieces, but we growing everything else. So I would say it's a mix between, you know, Aaron Rodgers had the talent, but Green Bay wasn't overwhelming him like, hey, we're putting these guys here because we know we're right there, right? We know we're right here. Let's go out and make these big splashes. What they did for CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud had a good rookie season. What did they go do? Oh, we're finna go get a running back. We're finna go get a receiver. We're gonna put the weapons in front of him because we want to see this team get to the promised land, win a Super Bowl. That was never done for Aaron Rodgers. So I'm not gonna put that on his shoulders and say his career was a disappointment because his career wasn't set up to be more than, you know, what he made it out to be. Because there was a lot of seasons where I go into the offseason, I'm like, Green Bay is going to win 12 games, but we're going to lose in the second, third round because Aaron Rodgers can be great. He can't be great on defense. Defensively, we couldn't stop the run. San Fran came in there, ran 225 yards on the defense. Aaron Rodgers can't do anything about that, right? When we played the Falcons, Aaron Rodgers, I believe he was second in MVP that season. What happened? We didn't have a corner to stop Julio Jones to save our life. We couldn't name a corner, right? We had Gunter, guy named Gunter, guarding a premier receiver in Julio Jones. What did he do? Go off for $180 and 2 touchdowns. Right. You know what I mean? So he can't play defense. So I would say it's a mixture of both. I'm not going to say it's a disappointment because he did win a Super Bowl and he has 4 MVPs. But could he have done more? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I wouldn't call it a disappointment.
That's kind of where I am on it. And that's why I see it as a disappointment. But I hear you, you know, that's a fair argument. But yeah, I definitely think it's a disappointment. Not as in he was a bust or had a bad career or whatever. No, he had an all-time great career and easily, you know, first ballot. But yeah, definitely would have wanted to see more based on the ability that this guy had and the things that he did. And we were just watching, like, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers guy, but holy cow, like some of them throws, like absurd.
That man mixtape is going to be crazy when he retires. When they saw them throws, I'm like, dang, he was throwing it like that?
Yeah.
Man, he was a throw at a foot and just accurate. It was like sometimes he'll roll out to the left, and I'm like, boy, he sees something that I don't. And he's going to thread it right there in the middle. You know, it was a pass by Devontae Adams up the middle. I believe it was against Seattle. Don't get me to lying to you. Double covered. Threw it up in the air. It went between 2 defenders. Devontae Adams was falling to the ground. Yeah. Right in his hands. Right in there. I'm like, what in the world, man?
That's God-given, man. That's God-given. So before we move on off this topic, man, here's the question for you. This is what I wanted to hit you with. Prime Aaron Rodgers, absolute peak, right? Prime Peyton Manning, absolute peak. Where you going? Yeah,
I'm a homer, man. You know what I want to say.
Okay, I mean, listen,
I'm a homer.
I'm not mad at you if you go that way. Like, that's not ridiculous.
Okay,
But the
Peyton
question
Manning's
is,
ability to change everything at the line was by far just incredible. Aaron Rodgers' ability to fool a defense and get a free play was incredible.
He's the best ever.
Master of the free play, master of the Hail Mary.
No question.
I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna say I'll take Aaron Rodgers. I'll take Aaron Rodgers.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so if I'm saying Peyton Manning, which Peyton Manning are you thinking about? Are you thinking about Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison? I was about to say Marvin Harrison Jr., but Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Edgerrin James, Peyton Manning with the Colts? Or are you thinking about Peyton Manning with Eric Decker?
Colts.
A man named that died.
In the Broncos?
Marius Thomas.
Yeah.
That Peyton Manning now. That Peyton Manning threw 50 touchdowns.
Yeah. Granted,
that Manning was on fire.
He was a laser, but that was just one season, though. We seen him do.
I'm just saying, peak,
his whole career in Indianapolis. So I would definitely, the Colts. Peyton Manning is what I will always refer to. That one great season in Denver. That's more of an anomaly to me. I saw that all the time just in Indianapolis, but. Yeah, man, that's a tough question, bro. I mean, I'm a homer, so I'm gonna stay home. But if everybody in chat was done, you stupid for not putting Peyton Manning. No, I'm not stupid. I'm just a homer, but I'm not gonna argue with you.
No, I think I don't think you can really go wrong. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it, kind of pick your brain on that question a little bit, because
smart brains and Peyton.
Yeah, no doubt. So you know how the YouTube algorithm. So I was looking at when I was getting the B-roll for the Aaron Rodgers film. And then, of course, I got some young Peyton Manning, and I was like, damn. I think I forgot how good that guy was. And he didn't have near the mobility that Aaron Rodgers had. To me, that's what's so impressive. He couldn't get out and move like that, but he could still manipulate the pocket and make those throws and just do incredible things without the quote unquote athleticism that an Aaron Rodgers has, or a Lamar Jackson has, or a Josh Allen, right? But he could still dominate. And I think that's incredible, And
that's an aspect I love to add about Aaron Rodgers, is that his athleticism made it much more difficult to predict what he had to do, because he can roll out of the pocket. Peyton Manning, he's in the pocket. He's not going anywhere, right? He's gonna shift the line. He's doing a lot of movement, a lot of audibling at that line, because he knows defense is coming from here. That linebacker's about to blitz. I need y'all to know where he's at. So guess what? Tight end, we're going to switch, and you're going to do a slant right behind that linebacker as he's coming to blitz. Ready, on two, ready, and Omaha, go. And Aaron Rodgers, he's like, okay, I'll see where you're coming from. Guess what? I'm about to get you off sides real fast.
Right. It's crazy. Manning, though, a lot of that stuff was dummy calls. Just freaking the defense out. A lot of dummy calls. I was like, wow, this guy.
They say he said one time, I will call 3 different plays. It was always the first one, but I knew that the linebackers were paying attention. Like, okay, he switched it up, but then I see the linebacker back up, got him. It's the same play. I didn't change anything.
Right.
We're gonna go to the same one. I'm like, hey, Peyton is probably the smartest quarterback of all time.
He's right up there. He's right up there. All right, well that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, absolutely. Laker Nation, the great QBs make you pay for blitzing them. Absolutely. Because they know that if you're committing extra resources to the pass rush, somebody's running free, and you just got to hit them before they can get there. And the best QBs will stand in there and they'll take that hit to deliver that big throw. Absolutely.
Not Aaron finna roll out. He's finna roll out to the left. Like, nope, that's true. I'm rolling out. No doubt. You're blitzing up the middle. Cool. I'm about to roll to the outside, because now I know Randall Cobb's right there sitting in the middle. And I'm about to thread the needle every time, man. Ooh, boy. It was a joy watching them back then.
Absolutely.
Just watching them.
Absolutely. All right. So we're gonna leave that topic right there. That was pretty good. And we're gonna open up the phone lines, y'all. If anybody wants to call in and give their thoughts on whether or not Aaron Rodgers' career was a disappointment to them, or also you can answer the question of Aaron Rodgers in his absolute peak prime or Peyton Manning in his absolute peak prime. Which one would you take? And
why?
And why, of course. And remember, if you're calling in, we're gonna try to keep this thing rolling. So let's be mindful of 5 minutes tonight. All right, let's go.
Who'd you pick? Oh, that was fast, man. That was so cool.
Peyton Manning. Laker Nation, what up?
What up? Calling in to pick on Transformer.
Oh, pick on me?
You the one said 15 shows ago that football season we enemies.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He is a 49er. This is right.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
right.
Nah, I ain't gonna pick on him. You gotta respect your rivals, even though we got the upper hand on them. But
Every time.
you gotta respect your rivals, though. The only reason why San Francisco was so successful against Aaron Rodgers because they had the athletes out there to compensate for when they were able to keep him in the pocket more. Because our game plan was to keep Aaron Rodgers in the pocket. Because we know he's more deadly when he rolls.
That's right.
When he rolls up.
Mm-hmm.
When he rolls out, he's more deadly. And his receivers were trained that when he rolls, you keep running. You break off your route and you keep running.
Yep.
And
I'm going to find you.
Will find you. He's like, him and Mahomes are the two that I've seen that are best at that. Like, you keep running, they're going to find you. It don't matter where you at on the field.
Yeah.
Not too many quarterbacks had that. But I wouldn't say his career was a disappointment. I just think, like, Green Bay was spoiled. Like, don't get upset, Transformer, because you know I'm speaking the truth.
You probably are.
I just think they have too much respect for Aaron Rodgers. They figured that, well, Aaron Rodgers can do Aaron Rodgers. We don't have to spend as much money on the offense.
Correct.
On the other side of the ball. And I think that's what they did a lot of. They invested a lot of more money on their defense because I'm like, why didn't get this man another weapon? But like I said,
Never drafted a first round talent. Never.
But he made Randall Cobb and Antonio Freeman and he didn't have Stern Sharp. He made Antonio Freeman, Devontae Adams, and those boys
Jordy Nelson,
like
Donald
Pro
Driver,
Bowl receivers, every single one of them.
Mm-hmm. Greg Jennings.
Hoodie Jennings was crazy work.
Yeah, he was nice.
He made Randall Cobb look so good.
Mm-hmm.
He went out and got a bag
off
of Aaron Rodgers' work and then ended up coming back. So
Jordy Nelson got paid off Aaron Rodgers too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Devontae got a stupid check.
Mm-hmm. A lot of dudes did.
Rodgers.
That's right.
It is. I wish he never went to the Jets, man. They ruined his career.
Y'all should have traded for him.
That's why I wish he would have never did. But you brought up Peyton Manning, man. In my opinion, besides Smoking Joe, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Manning. The reason why I say that is even when he had his limitations,
mm-hmm.
he still struck fear in his opposition.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Damarino was like that. They couldn't move, but they still struck fear in their opposition. Like Transformer said, he was one of the smartest quarterbacks I've ever seen. You couldn't fool him. Like even you did say that, Transformer.
Yep, you can't fool him. He'll fool you. He'll fool you.
That's why
he will call 4 different plays when he never really changed the first one.
Yeah.
He'll call 4 different ones.
I'm trying to think who was Spags with when it was that playoff game where he was just like, and that's when it started when him just blitzing more people than you can block. He was just like, screw it. Who was he with? I can't remember.
What coach or receiver?
Because of that game, Spags been known as a blitzing as the blitzer. I'm trying to think what team was. Can't remember. I don't think it was the Giants.
It wasn't the Giants. He got a lot of pressure with the front four with the Giants, so he didn't need to blitz a lot.
No, it was somebody with what he knocked out Peyton Manning out the playoffs with just blitzing him.
Mm.
And the last 5 minutes of the game, and then he got known for just sending more guys than you can block. That's all he did. He was like, you know what? I'm not going to try to out-scheme you, Peyton. I'm just going to blitz the shit out of you.
Yeah. And that's when everything started being a lot quicker for him. A lot of quick snaps, getting the ball out of my hands real quick. A lot of tight ends sitting right behind the linebackers because he knew the linebacker was coming. So he's like, I know the linebacker coming, so that tight end's finna sit right there, and I'm gonna get an easy 5, 6, 7 yards, and I'm gonna do it over and over and over again until we get in the end zone. Y'all gonna stop blitzing. Y'all gonna stop blitzing. That's for sure.
He blitzed shit out of him that day. But I'm gonna tell you who my 5 critiques of what I consider a top tier quarterback, and then you guys can discuss who fits that criteria. Well, number one, I already mentioned it. You're like, they can take a mediocre receiver and make him look like a Pro Bowler. 2, they know their hot routes. They make you pay for blitzing them. 3, they don't need a running game to be successful. Their short passing game could be their running game.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, they're never rattled. They could be down by 15 touchdowns and they still have the confidence that we're going to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
And 5, you game plan them to play them in the off season before you don't wait till the week that you play them. You game plan them in the off season. You draft players because you know, I got to play this guy in my division.
Mm-hmm.
To beat him, I need to draft this edge rusher right here.
So you just named 3 quarterbacks.
He got a high IQ because I know I got a game plan for this season. Those are my 5 critiques of what makes an elite quarterback.
No doubt.
Well, not an elite quarterback, a top tier quarterback. That's a different realm than elite.
Yeah.
No,
cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop, the one. So, who do y'all think fits that? Can y'all name at least 2 quarterbacks that's in the league right now that fits that bill?
Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow,
Lamar Jackson. That's yeah.
I knew you was gonna say Lamar Jackson.
Well, the biggest one is because he.
Do you feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers is game planning for him in the offseason?
Everyone is, absolutely. He's a nightmare.
Well, this year they game plan for Derrick Henry and they failed. They messed that up.
Well, that too. but yo, Laker Nation, we gotta run, man. We gotta keep it rolling.
I know you was gonna kick me off, but that's all right though.
We gave you 7 minutes. We gave you 7.
It's all good. You'll be back. we got your topic coming up, man.
Hey, Laker Nation, we gave you an extra couple of minutes because you're a member, brother.
Hey, we're gonna double team. We got double team them transfers.
Pause. Whoa!
I'm gonna let
him. Damn gutter, bro. I'm gonna get off this phone because he over here. He over here. Diddling right now. I'm getting off.
Catch you later, Laker Nation, man. Catch you later, bro.
We'll hear you on the next one. That was terrible. Whoa, what are we doing?
Man, we gonna double team him later.
Whoa.
Who was we?
Whole voice changed and everything. What is that?
We're gonna double team him later.
No, you're not.
You're on that, bro. No, man, we love you, Laker Nation. We love you, Laker Nation.
No doubt. All right.
Now, I thought he meant like in history. I was thinking history. I was gonna say Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Montana. I mean, that was before my time. I wasn't. That wasn't my era of watching football. I got you. But now Pat will be number 1. You put Pat in any situation, he's going. That man lost number 1, number 2, number 3 receiver, number 1, number 2 running back. Somehow the man's still in the Super Bowl, man.
Crazy. Oh man. All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic, man. So this kind of the third topic actually had me thinking about this, right? So obviously, and we'll get more into this in depth with this later. The Lakers lost in Philadelphia last night. Joel Embiid didn't play, And what that led me to is Joel Embiid has now missed 400 games in his career.
He's only played 440.
Crazy. I think he's missed more games in half the time than LeBron. Like, there's no excuse for that.
LeBron's played 23 years.
22, yeah. And
22 years.
Like, there's no excuse for that. Now, I get it. Everybody's not blessed the same way with the same genetics. And we know LeBron is a freak and he's blessed, right? Got it. But, like, come on, Embiid. I think, unfortunately, a lot of that was him early on in his career, not taking care of his body the way he should, et cetera. And, you know, you're a pro athlete, you're getting paid a lot of money, and I don't know that you cared enough. So what really frustrated me is you had this freaking dude, this was maybe during the summer. I think he was getting interviewed, and he made some commentary to the effect of, like, if he could have stayed healthy, that he would be in the GOAT discussion. I'm like, what? Like, listen.
For his career?
If he could have stayed healthy, he would be in the GOAT discussion. That's what he said. Now, listen, man. I ain't going front.
Y'all know
I'm an Embiid fan. I love this guy's game. Like, he's got it all. He's got all the tools. For a big, he can shoot the three. He can shoot the free throw. His mid-range is crazy. He got a post game for days. Got a lot of moves. He can defend it. He can rebound it. He can score it. When he's ready, when he wants to, he dominates, right? And that's why I always say, like, I'm so frustrated with the Jokic talk, because when he goes head to head with Jokic, he kills him, right? But the point is, Jokic out on the floor damn near every night. Embiid is not. You never know when Embiid is going to play.
You never know when he's going to play.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Even when he does, it's like, he played twice or three times. Oh, that's that. He about to be out for another 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man. Gotcha.
It's hard to defend that.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
And he's the biggest guy in the league. He's the biggest man in the league.
Right. And that's the other thing. That's why I'm like, yo, stop bailing out the defense with mid-range and freaking threes all the time. But what it is it takes a lot of energy to bang in the post constantly. And he doesn't have the strength or conditioning to do it, you know, play in, play out, man. Sid Bubba, I don't think he has GOAT talent at all. Like, see, here's one of my problems, right? And this is the thing. Again, it's one of those situations where he can't help when he was born. But to me, you can't be in the GOAT debate if your competition is not where it should be. And as a big, there's no big who plays in this league who has the competition where they should be, where they're really tested on a regular basis, so you know how good they are and how good they're not. So anyway, so I started thinking about this whole Embiid thing, and I'm like, it's already time to start really evaluating this guy's career, right? Because unfortunately, he's likely going to be a Hall of Famer, which is crazy, right? And the reason I say that, he's an 8-time All-Star. He's a former MVP. He's got like a 27 point per game scoring average for his career. Seems like everybody does nowadays, right? It seems like every good player averages 27 for their career. But, you know, not trying to be a hater, even though, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, so you look at it and I guess this is kind of along the Aaron Rodgers line, right? Like when you sit back and you look and you evaluate Joel Embiid's career, man, where are you on that, Transformer?
Incomplete.
Of course.
Very, 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 very incomplete. He's only played 446 games in his entire career.
There you go.
He's missed 400. So that means you could have played 800 plus games in your entire career. We'll be having a different discussion.
Right.
I'm 100% with you on the fact that when the man is on the floor, the man he's a force. He's a moving force, and you have to, bro. You have to think about everything that man does. He can out rebound you. He can shoot. He can post move. He can defend. He can put you on a block. He can take it to the 3-point line. There's so many things that you can do. But man, I got to take him out, man. Because man, at this point, your best ability is availability.
Yeah.
400 games. You've only played 446. You're close to half of your career. You've missed half of the games. That's absurd, bro. That's truly absurd. Half.
That's a reference for our older fans. Half, you know what I'm talking about. But go ahead.
You know what I mean? But To say he would have been any type of GOAT discussion, I'm not even going to entertain that conversation right now. It needs to be an availability discussion.
Facts.
Availability.
That's serious. To answer the question, Edward asked in the chat. If he gets, this would be his 4th MVP if he gets the one this year, and it looks like he's on the path to it. And or if he gets another championship, he'll have to be a top 10 center, like bottom of the top 10, but he'll probably end up being a top 10 center. Laker Nation says you can't discredit someone because of their competition. You absolutely can. When you start talking about all time, you absolutely can. It has to matter, because if I'm, and this is no shade, but if I'm playing against Transformer every day and Laker Nation is playing against Jordan every day, and I'm averaging 30 and Laker Nation averaging 25, 26, you're telling me the competition doesn't matter? Really? Of course competition matters. That has to be one of the things you take into account, because how do you measure yourself against the best, right? If Transformer gets into a lifting strength competition, right? They have those on base, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get into one of those and you do it against me, it's not going to matter. Like, I'm not frail, but I'm not a power lifter, but it's not going to matter unless you get in against some other guys that are really, clanging and banging with the iron, right? Mm-hmm. So competition definitely matters. I can't imagine anyone saying you can't discredit someone because of their competition. You can't.
I just think you can't fault him for it. Because, is it his fault that nobody that his size came into the league and doing what he's doing? I can't fault him for it. That's a problem with his time, not him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem with his
time. Absolutely. But again, when you start talking about these all-time lists and where guys rank up, hey man, thank you, your favorite hater. Thank you.
It's iron, but we get it.
Iron sharpen steel. Right. But no, he's right. It's the same thing. Here we go. No, I don't feel a way about Jordan's competition, and we could do that another time. This is not the episode for that. Absolutely not. But I know what you're trying to do and why you do that, but that's a whole different story. But but no. So when it's unfortunate that Embiid will have to take the L for that, but he will have to take the L for that, because it's very simple. If you're Embiid, if you're Joker, you're not playing against Olajuwon, you're not playing against D-Rob, you're not playing against Mountain Mutombo, Shaq, Zoe, Patrick Ewing, all these dudes, right? That will make you defend them, which will in turn hurt your offense, right? Because some of that energy that you're saving by not defending, you would have to, your offense will look a whole lot different if you got to defend those guys. So, that doesn't mean that guys aren't good, but yeah, competition matters. It definitely matters. So,
I'm in a different space with you on that one. I won't criticize him because of the competition. He can't do anything about that.
Right.
He can't do anything about that. This is just the era that he came up in. My biggest discrepancy is your availability.
No, I agree.
Availability, man. Like, come on. And then you started the season with saying, what was he said? I don't want to play no more than 70 games, or what was it?
No, he said, for the rest of my career, I doubt that I will ever play back-to-backs ever again.
Back-to-backs, that's what it was. Like, come on, man. You ain't even playing. What's the season high right now? Probably 44 games played, 45. I think we're around 44, 45. You've only played 13.
It's got to be more than that. It's got to be.
I think it's about 40. We're in the mid 40s, mid to upper 40. Yeah, because Cleveland is at about 40, 46 games. Boston's at 47 games. Yeah, we're in mid 40s. We're getting up there. 47 games. I would say the most games played is 48, Orlando Magic. So 48 games played. So we're at 48 games played at the most,
right?
By any team. We'll just go back to your 76ers. They're at 45 games played. So 45 games played, you've only played 13.
Damn.
It's not even half.
And so you know what they're trying to do. They're hoping that they make the playoffs, and they're hoping that they manage them enough so that right.
They're on the outside looking in.
So that he's healthy and he can try and do something, but nah, man, that's not going to do it, because to your point, it's like, okay, I can't not lift. I'm using your example again, Transformer. I can't not lift for 2 months and then go out there and think I'm going to put 315 on the rack and lift it up, right? That's
not
how it works.
That shoulder finish.
Yeah, you will hurt yourself. Right. You got to develop that strength and develop that callus, right? And that comes with what? Working out, or that comes in his case with playing. Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know how he thinks this is going to work. He's going to get out there in the playoffs and he's going to hurt himself again. It's terrible. Terrible. And again, I am a fan. I'm a fan of Embiid. You know that. I like him a lot. Why? Because
I love his game.
It reminds me of Dream, you know?
I love his game. I truly, but there's nothing to love when I don't see you. In the last 2 seasons, he's played 52 games. 52 games. That's 164 games.
In 2 years. That's, jeez.
52 out of 164 games. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even half. We're not even at a third. It's not even a third of the games. In 2 years, you haven't played a third of the games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the most you've ever played in your career was 68 games. That was 4 years ago when you were 27. But you about to be 31 soon. Your body don't get healed faster. You know what I mean?
Edward.
Come on, man.
Let me say this, Edward.
But Giannis remind you a dream? Absolutely not.
Can we hold on?
What?
I was gonna respond to the one that's on the screen.
Oh, my bad.
I was actually watching Milwaukee last night against Portland. And I'm trying to get myself back into watching the NBA now that football is pretty much over, right? And so I was watching that, and I actually saw Giannis hit a baseline fadeaway, and I was like, where'd that come from? Right? So yeah, to your point, he clearly has worked on his mid-range, and it has improved. You're seeing it more. You're seeing it more this season probably than we ever have throughout his career. So shout outs to Giannis for that. But so you would go SGA for MVP? I mean, I'm not mad at that. I just, you hear all the Jokic is doing this and Jokic is, and he is killing. But I'm like, damn, all right, okay.
I mean, Jokic a 30-something point triple-double. That stuff's coming out too. Like a Cole Lewis telethon out there. Yes, they're in trouble. How? That's funny. People love to talk about the Lakers. We're 5th in the West.
I'm just talking about
your favorite player is probably not even in the play-in.
I'm talking about the Jerry Lewis telethon piece.
Yeah, Adam Hurley, why are you coming at us? Let me change my hat. Hold on.
Here we go. Well, look, while Transformers changing his hat, look, shout outs to everybody who just popped in the chat, man. If y'all haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe on the channel, man. Hit that like. We need those. But
you know what I'm saying? Like, hold up, man. I gotta make sure I keep the red on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But no, that was funny. But yeah, man, Embiid, I don't know. To me, it's a disgrace that this dude is going to end up in the Hall of Fame. I think that's freaking terrible. I really do.
Do you think so?
Man, he's an 8-time All-Star and an MVP, and he got 27 points per game scoring average. He'll go to the Hall of Fame, man. He shouldn't, but he will.
It will be one of the most disappointing Hall of Fames that I've ever seen. And not because of his the man is
the basketball Hall of Fame, the basketball Hall of Fame is weak though. You know what I'm saying?
The
weakest Hall of Fame. So, Yeah, it's
his career is just disappointing.
If
you was asked that question for Aaron Rodgers, for Joel Embiid, is his career absolutely a disappointment?
Yeah, well, at least Aaron Rodgers won. So
at least Aaron Rodgers won. Joel hasn't even been there.
He hasn't even been to the conference finals. He's the only MVP who's never been to the conference finals.
Never been to the conference finals.
Never been
Hall of Fame. And used to,
look,
people haven't made it. Tracy never made it. He made it to the Hall of Fame. So
Tracy McGrady, I don't think ever made it out the first round.
Never made it out the first round. Nope.
There you go. And he's
until he went to San Antonio, but that was off the bench. So correct.
Right.
So he was on the bench. Yeah, he was on the bench.
Dominique Wilkins never made it to the conference finals. He's in the Hall of Fame. He was a monster.
I mean, but it's Dominique.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was a monster. He's a monster.
And he won some champion. He won some dunk contests, man. He won something.
Mm-hmm.
He won something. Tracy didn't win anything because he didn't beat Vince Carter in the dunk contest.
Yeah. No, Adam, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Trust me. Yeah. So no, you didn't. We'll talk about that on the Lakers thing. A little bit. We're not going. A little more than a little bit.
So, what's your overall question about Joel Embiid? What's the focal point here? Are we just going to talk about just the disappointment?
Yeah, like how do we sit back and evaluate this guy's career? Because
Easy. I can evaluate it easy, just like this. I'm not available. I'm not available.
yeah.
I'm not available to talk about it.
Yeah, it's a bad look.
I got nothing to say.
It's a bad
You're
look.
not available. Why am I available to talk about your career? Oh,
So-
you know what? Take it back. He's available half the time. Joel Embiid is a great. I gave you half the statement. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah, that's Embiid for real. That's Embiid for real.
Statement, man.
So Edward, I get what you're saying, right? If you had to, I get what you're saying. If you had to choose, yeah, you got to go Joker. He's available and he's doing work. My bigger issue was when you line him up head to head, Joker be getting killed by Embiid. That's my problem, and that's why I'm like, But to your point, like, how often is Embiid available?
Best ability is availability. He's not available.
right.
I can't defend the guy, man, when you're not available, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Play half. We're 45 games in, bro. You've only played 13. The year in the offseason where you said, I'm not playing back-to-backs ever in my career. Well, are you going to play half the games at least? Half the game? Like, come on, man. Give us something to work with. He's great.
Yeah.
We're about to have the same conversation about this with what's my boy in New Orleans name? Zion Williamson. We're gonna have the same conversation.
Yeah.
Such a great talent on the floor, but you're never available, man. Talk about street clothes, boy. We clowned AD when he was down a couple of seasons in a row. We clowned him.
No, you're right.
Boy, this is grand larceny.
He is stealing money, isn't he?
He is stealing money.
And you know what's so funny? I remember when he got his new deal. I said, yo, why did you pay this dude? Why did you pay him? Oh, and that was the other question. I'm sorry. I had it in the notes. Do you think at some point the Sixers should be trying to figure out how to part ways with this guy?
Absolutely.
They just pouring money.
Tyrese Maxey is your future.
Yeah. And we'll talk about him in the next topic.
Balled out too. He put 43 up on us? I think he had about 43.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey is him. Put weapons around him.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of Paul George, but scrap all that. Anything not Tyrese Maxey, get rid of it. Paul George, an anomaly, injured, out. Embiid doesn't play half the games, out. Get him out of there. Get him while he's hot, because Joel Embiid is 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
The league's already saying the man is never freaking available.
Yeah,
get what you can get. Get what you can get.
Okay, but if you're another franchise, are you trying to freaking get Embiid? I'm not.
Somebody's stupid enough.
I think,
Somebody's stupid enough.
Somebody will always do it. We can fix him.
Jeannie probably crazy enough to do that.
Oh my God.
Jeannie probably like, hey, can you think we can get Joel Embiid for a bag of chips and soda?
Nope. You know why? LeBron
that?
can't play with a true big. He gonna tape off the Mack truck lane in practice.
Put Joel Embiid.
Hang out and shoot threes in the corner, Joel.
Available Joel Embiid with an AD and a LeBron James championship.
He can't do it.
Book it. He's gonna figure it out.
He's not.
Book it.
We're not gonna do that.
We've seen him do it with three bigs.
Okay.
We seen him do it with three bigs.
Three bigs who didn't need touches and were just action guys. That's all. Just grab rebounds.
You just said do it with a big.
No, it's a true big, like a true big that needs the ball and has back to the basket presence.
I believe that's going to open LeBron James up even more now.
No, because he needs to get down in the lane. Why do you think he took Chris Bosh out of the lane? Why do you think he took what's my man name, Kevin Love, out of the lane when he went to Cleveland? That's how this guy gets down.
Where does Joel want to be anyway? Not in the lane.
He's been there a little more. But you get the point.
Joel don't want to bang with nobody.
So let's go ahead and take this call. We got one. Sneed, what up, brother? How you doing, man?
Bruce, how are you, man?
Maintaining. Let me give you a quick update. I don't know if you heard it when we said it earlier, man. We're trying to keep the calls to 5 minutes tonight, 5 or less, just because we started late, so we want to get it moving through. But go ahead, man.
All right, I want to speak to Maxey.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching Max. This dude.
Tyrese Maxey.
Dude is Tyrese Maxey. This
Oh,
dude
I'm
out
Tyrese
here,
Maxey. Gotcha.
this dude out here is exposing
Yeah.
everybody, right?
Yeah,
He's coming out playing every night. He's playing
He's him.
hard. He's winning
him.
games, and all of his
Him.
guys are out.
Yep.
him.
You know, he scored 25 points in a quarter and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Him.
And I got Paul George out,
Him.
and I got Joel Embiid out.
Him.
I don't even know. I don't even know who half those guys are in the squad. I know Oubre, but like those players, I don't know.
Him.
So you can take any 7, 8, 9 other guys and switch them with another 7, 8, 9 other guys, and Maxey's still finding ways to win 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Him.
You see what I'm saying? And there's no excuses.
None.
He's butting heads with Embiid because Embiid isn't standing 10 toes down.
Yeah.
And he's not
He called him out on it.
He's not available. But Maxey's doing, and Maxey's a little dude.
Yeah, he is.
Him. My bad. I ain't
And I
saying it
got
again.
Paul George doing I got podcast P. Bro, these guys are getting exposed by a player like Maxey, who's available every night and making plays that are good enough to get his team wins.
Yep.
Like even when they sent doubles, he clowned JJ Redick. JJ Redick started calling for doubles. Maxey just dished wide open threes.
Him.
You see what? If I'm the 76ers,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's on the trading block except Tyrese Maxey.
For real. That's what you need to try to do is figure out. At this point, I think you got to try to figure out what you can get for Embiid, get that salary off your cap, off your books, and try to figure out some way to start over because it's not worth it. Same with Paul
You can
George.
get some comparable pieces for those guys.
Mark with
Somebody's
glasses.
dumb enough to pay. Somebody's dumb enough to trade for both. Not to get both, but teams are going to want either a Paul George or Joel Embiid. Somebody's going to trade you. But you got to get that man some talent. Get Tyrese Maxey the talent he deserves, the youngsters he deserves, the future, the franchise. Put the keys in his hand. That should be Tyrese Maxey in the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah. Adam Hurley, Maxey's like 6'1".
That man is ready. He's
I'm
calling.
constructing a team where Maxey is a big part of the offense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's him. Now I might need to find a guy better than Maxey at a different position.
Correct.
Right? Because if you look at the teams that are winning championships, they got these larger wings, right? We're talking about guys, Tatum's and Jaylen Brown. Like these guys are the prototypes. It's 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". It's guys that can do, several things offensively. And, I don't know. It's hard to build system-based teams. I mean, it's really just the Thunder and the Cavs at this point. System-based teams.
Yeah.
It's hard to do. But
him.
Yeah, I like what Maxey is doing. I mean, go that direction, go that route. I don't know. Young disciples probably talking, these guys are stupid talking about Maxey. They should be, investing in Embiid. Man, are you crazy? I wouldn't invest a turkey sandwich into Joel Embiid at this point.
I'm done with it.
Yeah, it's really disappointing.
I mean, it's not. We talked about this last summer, Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
The talent is immense. It is a rare combination of outside shooting, post play, size domination, paint deterrence, rebounding. It's all of that. But who cares? I mean, if a tree falls in the wood, but nobody's out there to hear it, then what does it matter?
Yeah,
all right, my 5 minutes. My 5 minutes is up. Young disciple is being a LeBron jock sniffer in the chat, so I got to get back to it. I'll be over there.
Don't let him do you like that, young disciple.
No, it's really funny.
He's absolutely right.
You haven't noticed though that like LeBron fans can't stand any other player getting any credit. You haven't noticed that?
I'm a LeBron fan, so I don't know what you mean. What do you really mean? What's the word?
Some LeBron fans.
What's the word?
Like
what's the word?
LeBronites.
There you go. All right. Go. There you go. Proceed.
Yes. Those guys. Here we go. What up, Steve? What up? No. Those type of LeBron fans cannot stand to hear any other player get any credit. It's a strange phenomenon. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know. The kid is averaging 27 points a game, 6 assists.
Mm-hmm.
He's him. He's your point guard. And he asked, what has he led? When has he led a team? You let that be your focal point. Why is John Morant? Right? Why was Dame Lillard? You build around him. You put you build the team for him. Right now, the team was built for Joel Embiid. Well, guess what? He ain't here.
Right.
Why am I building for somebody that's not here?
Right.
Right. So in order for Tyrese Maxey to be successful, you need a wing. You need somebody in the interior. The man can't do it by himself.
Yeah.
The man out there with Eric Gordon trying to put up buckets. Eric Gordon is what, 35, 36 years old?
I forgot about Eric Gordon. You're right.
Eric
That's
Gordon,
right. I remember when he was in college. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I agree with almost called Sneed Maxey, but I agree with Sneed, man. You gotta flood that kid with talent. He's young, he's available, he's 24, he's your future. He's truly your future. He's showing leadership qualities by the conversation he had in the offseason, calling out Joel Embiid. Play, bro. I'm here. Be here. Put the effort in. That's the mentality. That's the leadership that you want in a locker room.
That is
From
leadership.
A 24-year-old, that's crazy.
Trying to hold the guys accountable, man. Yeah.
Hold myself accountable. I need somebody to hold me accountable. Go get that man some dogs, man.
But
Go
the
get
crazy
that man some
thing is,
dogs.
he didn't attack him like that. He was like, hey, big fella, you the man and we need you. Like, he handled it properly, like a leader. He handled it like a leader. Say, hey, big fella, this is your team, but we need you, and we need you to be here. We need you to do your thing. And
You know what happened to the last person that did that?
What?
Kobe. Calling out Shaq.
Oh.
Hey, bro, you ain't working out. You ain't in shape.
Yeah.
I need you to help me out here. What happened to Shaq after that?
He had to go.
What happened to the Lakers after that? They handed it to Kobe.
Yeah. He struggled a little bit, and then,
they figured it out.
You know
what I mean?
Absolutely.
So this could be the reincarnation of, hey, bro, Joel got to go. We have our future right here. Let's build around this guy. We're going to have some down years. That's expected.
Nobody's acting like Maxey wasn't good before last night. We're just referring to it because it happened last night. But
Maxey,
we watched what he did. Ready. We watched what he did last year. He was killing
it.
Like all last season, he was killing. So no, everybody knows.
What was Joel doing last? What was Joel doing last season?
Same thing he's doing this season.
Yep,
not playing.
Correct. just making sure you knew. I didn't know if you knew it.
No, I knew.
Just checking your radar, just making sure you picking up the same stats and.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so we'll take one more call on this topic. If anybody wants to call and give their thoughts on, kind of how we should look at Embiid overall for his career. Do you think he deserves to be a Hall of Famer? Because unfortunately, he will end up as one. Do you think this was a wasted career? What do you think the Sixers should do with him? We'll take a couple minutes, see if we get a call on that. 5 minutes, and then we'll go from there, and we'll talk about the third topic.
Yeah, I'm with it. He's definitely good. This will be his second year in All-Star. Most improved player last year.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve. We were actually talking about that. We said, what is he? He played 446 games in his career, something like that, and he's missed 400. So yeah, Steve, you're right on with that. It's sad. It's really sad.
That's a lot of games. And this year alone, after that back-to-back that he didn't want to play, Steve.
Yeah.
Out of 45 games, he's only played 13. You can't make this stuff up, man.
The clutch client. All right, let's take this call. Format Podcast. Who's this?
Hey, man, it's Young, man.
Hey, what up, Young Disciple? What's good, man? Long time.
Man, what's up, man? I hear y'all boys calling my name. Like, what's up?
Nah, man. No. Well, let me say this: we're disagreeing with some of your thoughts on Young.
No, tell that nigga to call back, man. Murder's the call. Tell don't call my name. I don't know nothing about it. I don't expect that.
Hold on, you sound mad.
We can barely hear you, bro. You sound real muffled.
I said, I said, tell that nigga to call back and murder's the call. Like, nigga want to call me out. Whoever that was, who was that just called?
Oh, we were talking to Sneed, but listen, man, we don't have time for a debate like that tonight, man.
Okay, well, you said it and being happy, man. But what's up, man? What's up with you and Transformers? What y'all got going?
No. We were just responding to just the whole We were talking about the Embiid thing and the Tyrese. You've been following the topic, right?
Man, yeah, y'all putting a whole lot of man. I mean, Maxie, yeah, he cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I'm saying is that we ain't gonna sit here and act like he done it before. You know what I mean?
Well, nobody's
Yeah,
saying
well,
that.
nobody said he's done it, but we're saying you can go further if you place the pieces around him. Stop building around Joel Embiid, who's never going to play a game.
That's what we're saying.
I'm saying it's cool to say that. It's cool to say that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying until we see a person do it, I mean, it's just speculation. That's how I feel. And and ain't nobody. I'm just saying me personally. Like I would use no regular season games like to say a player is him. Like that's just me though. Like I mean, anybody can have a spread to, and I like Maxie. Like I think Maxie's cool. I just don't think he's like. I don't think he's like with the gas I was trying to put on. Nah, I don't see that though. Like you know what I mean?
Well,
but like I said,
my bad.
But to be 24 and like a perimeter player, like yeah, he uber talented. But I'm just saying, like saying he's him because he scored 43 in a game in January. Like I mean,
I'm saying he's him because he's averaged 26 for 2 seasons.
Right.
That's why we're saying he's him.
But that ain't him to me. Like I'm saying, no average or nothing that you do in a regular season, bro, it's gonna make me satisfy you as him. Like I'm saying if that's the case, well, everybody that's averaging 25, like you just said, like for the last season, well, they all him. Nah, bro, you gotta put a little bit more on that. Like to me, like you get what I'm saying? Like I need more. It's more context, bro. I mean, that's just how I feel. I mean, y'all can feel. I respect how y'all feel too. I'm just saying that's how I feel.
But we're not. You must be thinking that we're thinking him as in he's like an MVP caliber guy. Absolutely not. Let's pause there. Him as in this is who y'all should be building around.
Right.
Philadelphia 76ers, their organization should be like, okay, no, this is him. This is who we need to build our organization around. Joel Embiid, not him. He's not available. Right? Paul George, definitely not him. He's older. If we want to go younger, if we want future in our franchise, this kid is 24 years old. Last 2 seasons averaged 26 points a game, six assists. Let's start building around him and putting him in a position to where he can lead our franchise to the next level.
Well, y'all should just say he's a franchise player. Him only means one thing, bro. Like let's not. That's how stuff gets watered down. Him means him. Just call it.
He is him. In Philly, he's him.
That's what I was about to say. He's him on that. He's him for
he's
that
him
team.
in Philly.
Yeah. Well, we have a different definition of him. Like that's all I'm saying. I don't think like we saying the same thing. But I'm just saying if I just call him a franchise player. I mean, ain't that what a player is that you can build your team around?
So him for Philly. Philly should be like, that's him. We need him. Him. He's him.
Bro, Transformer, listen to what I'm saying, Transformer. I get what you're saying, bro. But what I'm saying is that what we're saying the definition of a person being him is?
Yeah. Him. We say him for a lot of people. Yeah, he's him. He's a franchise guy. He's a guy you can lead a franchise with. Yes, him. You got a lot of hims around the league.
Okay. I'm getting out there. So that's what y'all specifying as him. That's him. Is a person that's a franchise player. That's what y'all saying.
Yeah, franchise player. We can do something with him. We can build a franchise around him. Keyword him. That makes him him.
Okay. So see, my definition, like LeBron is him. Kobe was him. You know what I mean? Shaq was him. Like that. So like when so that's what I thought y'all was saying. That's why I had to call, bro. I was flabbergasted. Because him don't get discovered at 24, if you ask me. Like,
yeah, no. We're not putting him on no Kobe, Shaq, none of those levels. We're saying if you're Philly, you're him. Yeah.
Okay. I get it. That's my bad.
Little context matters, bro. We got you, man.
No doubt.
No, that's my bad. I respect y'all. I just know that. I knew y'all wasn't saying that, man. So I had to call you, man. My bad, bro.
You good?
All good, man. All good.
Hey, Bruce, watch your mouth. Hey, watch your mouth, nigga. I know, because I'm going to listen to this next segment, boy.
No doubt. You, no doubt. It'll be all right.
All right, All right, bro.
Hey, do us a favor because we know you're gonna call in on the next segment, man. Fix the area that you're in. You're a little muffled, man. I think maybe your headphones or mouthpiece or something.
But yeah, bro, it's because I'm on his Bluetooth. I'm gonna just next time I'll just get off the Bluetooth.
I appreciate
Say less.
that, man.
Got you, bro.
I won.
All right, we had a couple calls. Baltimore Bruce. I think I saw somebody from Indiana calling with that 318.
Indiana.
Yeah, I believe 318 is somewhere in Indiana. I believe.
Who in the chat from Indiana?
I think Mark with glasses is from Indiana. Here go Bruce. Let's check this out. Bruce, what up? What up?
But keep it quick. I already know the rules. 5
Appreciate
minutes.
you. Thanks, man.
All right, stupid. Come on, stupid.
You ain't got. I heard you. I heard 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Well, Embiid deserves some grace. He's been injury prone. I mean, goddamn, he played a very high level when he is healthy. So I'm giving him grace because he stay hurt. Shit, he's not. He got bad feet. He's been like that since he was in college. So, when he do play, he balls, and he plays with a lot of heart. And yeah, I believe yes. If Embiid had a healthy career, 100% healthy career, there's no doubt you'd have had a championship already in Philadelphia. If he had great ankles,
knees,
whatever his
back,
lower extremity. Wait. Somebody want to say something?
No. Go ahead, man.
No. I was agreeing with you. I was just naming the other parts of his body that hurts.
If Embiid had a superior health, longevity, like a John Stockton, like a LeBron type workout regimen in the off season, he took his physical health more serious.
Right.
If he had great feet, he could have stayed. He most definitely would have had a chip by now. He would have went down top 7 all time. If he was completely healthy, centers, as far as like he could score on any spot of the floor. You can take him in the box, mid range, you can hit the 3, and he plays defense. He's rebound, he's nasty, he'll dunk on. He ain't soft.
Right.
So most definitely, if Embiid was in perfect health, man, his whole career, there's no doubt to me that he would have brought a chip to Philadelphia by now. Speaking of Tyrese Maxey, the kid is a baller.
Yeah.
He played great last night. I watched that game. They tried to nobody could have checked him last night. I don't care if you put Bronny on. You would have put Tony Allen on him. I don't give a goddamn. We would have put on him last night. The kid is smooth. He's fast. His body looks great. He's fluid. He's that guy for Philly, but he's not that guy. Truthfully, he's that guy now because of health. He's that guy. But Embiid is that guy in Philly. Philly will make a huge mistake if they get rid of Embiid. You got to stick with it. You got to stick. Y'all invested in him. He puts up big numbers in the playoffs. He's dominant when healthy.
Bruce, I agree with almost everything you're saying there. The problem is he's so often not healthy. That's the problem. I love Embiid. I think his game is crazy.
Okay. He got the injury. Okay. I mean, true. But don't. I'm talking about when he's on the floor. Let's talk about excluding his injuries. I'm talking about he's in action.
I'm with you. I've always Transformer tell you, and I love Embiid, and I love Embiid because he reminds me of
your dream.
That's why I love Embiid. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Every time you hit that button, you gotta send me $5, yo.
I'm gonna stop hitting that button.
That button is excommunicado. That button is gone.
Yes, sir. So, go ahead, Bruce, real quick. I'm ready to get off the phone. I don't want to hold y'all line. Hey, I'll just call back on the next topic, and I got some stuff I want to say about Jimmy Butler as well. So I'll call back, brother.
No doubt. I appreciate the call.
Sir.
The support as always. All right. Who's the next caller? I know there was a couple of people waiting to get in. I appreciate y'all, by the way, man. Thank you for the.
How many calls we gonna take? We took about 3 already.
I know, man. We had a couple more waiting to get in, man.
Gotcha.
I thought I saw Sid Bubba calling, so I want to take his call, and there was somebody else too. Sid Bubba, go ahead, call back, man.
Yeah. Sneed, I agree, man. It's time, bro. It's only so much that you can say about Embiid. It's like, but you get it, like your eye test when you see him, you're like, yes. But then once you see him, you blink hard twice, he's gone. He's on the bench. He's in street clothes. You know what I mean? So the proof is in the pudding. 446 games played out of 846.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
Grand larceny in the highest order. Guilty. He's doing 10 years, man.
That's tough.
What's his contract? He just got paid again, didn't he?
Like 2 years ago, I think.
2 years ago. Got it.
Okay, here we go. Here's Sid Bubba. Let's take his call. Sid Bubba, what's going on? Channel member, what's going on?
What's going on, my brother?
All right.
To my shipmate Transformer.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing great. But Bruce, but the other Bruce brought up some great points. He was high risk coming out of Kansas because he had the bad back starting off.
That's right. Yep. He didn't play his first 2 years, right?
Yeah, he was out his first 2 seasons.
So my expectation level for him wasn't that high because I already know what I got. He was already injury prone coming in. But I love him as a talent. When I say GOAT talent, I know what you meant. He's not a GOAT player, but I said talent-wise. For a guy 7 feet, shoot 80% from the free throw line, mid-range, hook shots. He can go front. He can do everything.
No question.
But he can't stay healthy, though, bro. The best ability is availability. Availability. You got to play.
Yes, that's correct.
One thing I can say, Bruce is not a LeBron hater because one thing he got to give him this. He's critical, but as far as playing, honoring contracts, doing what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
Bruce does give it to him now.
That's right. Can't front on that. Cannot front on that. He has never. Yo, shut up, Transformer. No. I mean, you got to. He's never ducked out on a contract.
Hey, yo.
He has positioned his contracts to what's most beneficial to him, but I got no problem with that. When they're done, if he wants to move on, he moves on. But he has never forced a trade. He's never tried to get So got to give him his due for that.
But I think the thing is, we know what a talent Embiid is, and it hurts. It really hurts because we could really like to see this guy's full potential, and it's disappointing. But I couldn't give that expectation there because I knew kind of what I had with him coming out of college. The talent was there. But him being available, that was always questionable.
Right. Yeah. And a big part of that, and all the greats talk about it, he didn't take care of his body the way he should have. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So.
No. Matter of fact, he don't do like you did in the morning, Bruce. Take care of that body.
I'll try, man. I'll try to transform. I told you, man.
Hey, he was getting it. Matter of fact, I called him with Pip. I was in Pip house. But I called Bruce. Work it out. He couldn't even talk to Pip. He couldn't talk to Scotty because I wanted to let Scotty know.
Yo, that would have been wild.
That would have been wild.
Yeah.
Pip was that. He said, yo, what up, Bruce? But Bruce was working out, getting it in.
Yeah, he called me this morning. I was under the bench, man. I was trying to get right. Sid Bubba called me this morning, man.
You know what? When I told you when you called me back the other day, I was on the bench.
Yeah, there you go.
I called him with Scottie Pippen. I said, I was about to tell him Scottie Pippen ain't in mental decline. Scotty's always been crazy.
Yo, I didn't realize that that's where you were. Oh my goodness.
I was at Scotty. Yeah, I was at Scotty place when I called you.
Man, you got to be more direct when you saying stuff like, "Hey, Scotty."
You were working out. He respected you.
I would have stopped.
Bruce, hope you were working out. He respected you working out. So
man, listen, I would have stopped and ran in here and went live on spot.
So yeah,
oh man, that's
but
cool.
But I don't take any more time. I'll be hollering to you guys in the chat.
I appreciate the call, bro.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, that's cool. All right. Yeah, he called me this morning. I didn't even realize. I was like, Yo, that's crazy. Wow. Okay. I got to pay attention next time.
You do.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Man,
All
what's
right.
up with you calling people out there on the bench? That's crazy work. Let us work out in peace. Proceed, brother.
Oh, man. All right. Let's go to the main topic of the night. So I think a lot of people kind of mistook this as me saying the Lakers are in trouble. I was more so asking the question, and I think the thumbnail says that, are the Lakers in trouble, right? Because you're looking at some things. For instance, right, what's one of the biggest things from the beginning of this season, right? What did we hear? We're going to play more through Anthony Davis, right? And you guys started off playing through Anthony Davis. You were killing, right? I think over the last 4 games, Anthony Davis is averaging what is it, like 34, 16, 2.5 blocks, like something crazy like that. Balling, just dominating, right?
Balling. Yep.
And so one of the things, okay, Laker Nation, all right, man. No, one of the things I was thinking about, real talk, is when the whole thing was they're going to play through Anthony Davis. I said, that's the key to success. We saw them win a championship, the last one they won, playing through Anthony Davis, right? But at the same time, I said, yo, remember I told you this transformer, LeBron's ego is not going to allow them to play through Anthony Davis for a whole season, right? Because every time you see like Anthony Davis going a crazy tear, that's when LeBron jump in. He got to get back the attention. He got to get his numbers, and things start. They're not the same, right? But if he would just relent to being that second fiddle and letting Anthony Davis dominate, then you would see, like, I would be really worried about what the Lakers are doing out there, right? Now, before we go any further, what is your thought on my thought on that? Do you agree or
a little overblown?
Okay, talk to me.
A little overblown.
Right.
If you were, I get what you're saying, and I get what the focal point was. We wanted to play through AD a lot coming into the season. The entire season, that was never going to happen. AD says it a lot. You just don't hear it because he puts it in words like this. Hey, we need another big. Hey, we need a 5. I want to slide to the 4.
Yeah, eventually,
he's never wanted to be a 5. He's going to reiterate over and over and over again every season, I want to play the 4.
Right.
Put somebody at the 5 so I can play the 4 a little bit more. The more and more you hear that, the more and more it entails me of the times that you're saying, like, hey, y'all ain't playing through Anthony Davis now, right? We're like, why? It's because he's like, give me a break. I'm tired of playing a 5. And I think that goes back to his mindset, like, hey, when I play the 5 too many times, that's when the knick-knack injuries come in. I'm tired of banging. I'm tired of I'm tired of being the focal point and the anchor man in the middle all day, every day. Playing through me is going to result in me being worn down every game. Now, when I'm worn down more, that's when y'all going to get me injured a whole lot more. So when I hear it and I play the sides of that, that's probably him going, hey, Bron, hey, okay, come on now. Do what you do. Give me a couple of games.
Right. So obviously, I'm not you guys' coach. I'm not a coach. But why can't, and JJ Redick, we know he's the basketball genius. He's the next Pat Riley. Why can't you play through AD with him at the 4? You can't figure out how to do that?
Who's going to play the 5?
I have no idea.
Precisely. You gotta fix that. That's a big part of the equation, Bruce.
Well, but the thing is, like, in the modern NBA, you don't need a true 5 anyway, right? I mean,
we do.
Okay, go
ahead. To get to where we want to, because if you look at the last couple of playoff series, we got beat in the interior. You know, and AD's like, when I go to the bench, who's backing me up, right? If you look at how we won in 2020, right? We had that rotational of 3. You had AD, you had JaVale McGee, you had Dwight Howard. That rotation, it was just unstoppable. You look at Jokic. Jokic just got wore out. He's like, yo, come on now. Like, if I got to guard AD, then all of a sudden Dwight Howard's guarding me. He's hammering me down. I got to out-rebound JaVale McGee. That formula was great. It was perfect. It was perfect for every team that we played. What the F are you laughing at? Bronny can play the 5? Stop it. Let's get realistic, man. Come on. Come on, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't say it.
Bronny can play the 5. He can play the 5 chairs down from the bench. 5 chairs down. You can go ahead and be sitting in the stands with the crowd.
Oh my
goodness. This is big boy time. All right, let's focus. Let's focus real quick, guys.
It was funny. My bad.
But yeah, that answered my question. Answers your question. I just a little bit. I'm not going to disagree with you. Just think it's a bit overblown because I'm hearing what AD is saying.
Okay.
He's just not saying it like you're like, hey, all right, we're making LeBron play some games because I'm tired. I don't want to continue playing the 5, and then we got to continuously play through me at the 5 game after game after game. That's going to wear down on him. So that's what I'm hearing.
But even if he plays the 5, it doesn't necessarily have to be a traditional 5 sprint down and set up on the block every time. Like no one does that anymore. So he can play that. He can play that 5 in the high to mid post, like David Robinson used to play it, right? And I mean, obviously he would go into the post, but like David Robinson used to play it. Like what's my man? Patrick Ewing, like Dream used to play it. So I don't see why.
But those guys were.
Maybe it's the defensive assignment that he doesn't want to deal with down there.
You just mentioned two guys that's like this. AD is like this.
No, AD's not frail like he used to be. You know what I'm saying? You can see that he's put some time in.
He put a little weight on, but he's still not that. He's you got to think he grew up a point guard.
That's true.
And then
that's
he hit that massive growth spurt, and he's like, God dang, like I'm tall.
Yeah.
So David Robinson was the anchor for real. Like Patrick Ewing was a big bruh for real. Like
right.
Those guys are different. I wouldn't put AD nowhere near those guys. Same height, but same weight.
I just went in terms of, offensively playing that mid to high post area. Yeah. That way it takes some of you don't have to go down there and try to set up on the block every time. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. All right. This is why I'm asking. I'm not taking shots here. We're just discussing. So you got that, right? And now AD is injured, which starts to lead me down the road of could the Lakers be in some difficulty here, right? So AD is injured. I think he's got an abdominal injury. We're not sure how long.
Strain.
1 week. You go. Okay, so that's not terrible. Hopefully, it only takes 1 week, right? Yep. Because you come back too soon, or you come back and you're not right with an ab. An ab is like a back. Every time you move, that joint is going right.
Correct.
So he's
not as bad. I've had both surgeries, so
okay.
Nah, that back was the worst.
I've had the back problems.
Back was the worst.
I did not want to get surgery on it because one slip and but
I had abdominal hernia surgery. Now, mind you, that was painful, but it was only for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks for your back, please. It's gonna take a couple of months for your back, man. But
that's a fact.
Yeah, but your abdominal, you can feel it, but it's it heals a lot quicker than you would your back. Your back takes a while.
Yes, it does.
Back is a while. Because you got to think they're long ligaments, your S1, your spine, like all those nerves take a long time. Your abdominals, they heal a whole lot quicker than
you move wrong, you pinch that nerve in your back. Anyway, this is not an anatomy class, but so I think that's a concern that when you have AD going down, and then LeBron, as good as he is and as well as he's playing, he's still 40. You can't expect him to carry the load, right? He can give you what's he giving you? 24 a night. He can give you that, and the 8 rebounds and the 9 assists. Shout outs to him for that, right? No question. He can do all of that, but you can't expect him to consistently carry that load as the number one guy at this point in his career, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm starting to say, like, okay, like if AD got issues, we're gonna have a serious problem, So that's the first thing I'm thinking about. Then you see, okay, so LeBron is the guy last night. He makes sure he gets his 31. All right, cool. But I think he had 8 turnovers last night, as Rob Parker likes to say, more turnovers in the bakery. Like, pretty bad.
More turnovers in the bakery. That's a hater, bro. He's a hater.
Okay.
I'm calling a spade a spade. He a hater.
Low information response, but all right. Okay, well, if it was
I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. Go ahead. Proceed.
If it was 11 Sid Bubba, then it was 11, right?
Was it 11 turnovers?
Why are we bringing up Boston in the chat? What is this? Why is that coming up? We're not talking about that.
Anyway. We're not talking about the 117-96 butt cutting. No, we're not going to do that.
No,
let's not be disrespectful, chat.
Can I please move on from a horrible week? Can I do that?
Yeah, chat. Why y'all being disrespectful? Bruce, I got you, bro.
Chat, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Stop bringing up that 117-96 butt cutting. Chat, listen to me. Laker Nation. Control the chat, man. They don't need to be reminded that we gave him a butt whooping already. That was last week. We gave Bruce his hard time. All right. He did his time. We let him out of jail. He's free. He's a free man. So chat.
Give us free.
Hey, control the chat, Laker Nation. Where you at? Hey, dog. Come on, man. Big bro. Control the chat, man. No more 117, 96 talks. No more. Okay?
Why you got it?
I got you, bro. I got you, Bruce. Love.
Thank you, Laker.
Do you love me? Are you riding? Yeah, man. I got you, bro.
So,
Proceed. But what were you talking about? LeBron James turnovers? Proceed.
Right. So the thing is, again, as well as LeBron is playing, and let me make this clear, playing at a higher level than anyone we've ever seen at this age who's been in the league this long in the history of the game. So
8 turnovers, by the way. He was minus 11. I think that's what Sid Bub was looking at.
Oh, okay. So 8 turnovers minus 11 plus minus. Got you. But yeah, so despite the fact that he's playing this well at this age and at this point in his career, you got to wonder, like, how long can he carry it if AD is out? So that's where we start leaning towards. Are the Lakers in trouble? Not big trouble like the season is going down the tubes, but will they lose in playoff seeding, which the West is always tight, right? So like, you don't want to be in a position where you start losing playoff seeding and then you got to fight your way back, or you end up in the play-in, and we know what could happen if you're in the play-in, right? So things, go ahead, Transformer. Sorry.
I mean, are we in trouble? No, because like I said, it's an abdominal strain. They're saying like a week from today, a week from yesterday, which will be Tuesday that they play Philadelphia. He'll miss Washington, New York, and the Clippers. That'll be the 3 games. Coming out of those 3 games, we got Golden State, Indiana, Utah, Charlotte, Portland. Those are 6 winnable games, even without Anthony Davis. So if Anthony Davis needed to miss a little bit more than a week, then I feel confident that we can at least come out of there 2-2 in his absence and continue to keep going. Right now, we're at the 5th seed. It is tight. We're only, 2.5 games out of the 10th spot. That's how tight the West is right now.
That's why I'm saying you don't want to be in a position where you start sliding. That's why that was one of the main points of the question of, are the Lakers in trouble? You don't want to be in that spot, and that's more what I was referring.
Yeah. I would say it would be a bigger, are we in trouble, if it was a major injury. Abdominal strain, that's not too major. If it was been like a knee strain or something that could be brought up later on down the line, a back strain or something like that. Back strain is major, especially for guys like Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and the way that they play the game of basketball. Your back, you could tweak that going for a layup. You could tweak that going for a block, right? You could tweak that just bowing down, trying to defend somebody. Abdominal strain, that's not considered a category. I think they consider category 2 or 1 injury in the NBA. So, I don't think they're in trouble. We just went 6 out of the last 8 games, and we have a favorable lineup of games when AD does return after a week. So
let me ask you this: is AD slated to return after a week or slated to be reevaluated after a week?
Let me confirm.
Okay.
I think they said out, and I know they said out a week.
Facts, Steve. Facts.
Yeah.
Shoveling snow, no joke.
What do you say?
He said you could strain your back shoveling snow in Ohio.
Bro.
Are you classes? Are you for real right now?
I was just about to. He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth.
Well,
I did that.
Already injured, right? Like because I know when if I tweak my back and I'm hurting, like every little thing, a cough, a sneeze, you feel it all the way through.
Okay.
So I get that.
Bro, I sprained my joint so bad. It was, matter of fact, my birthday. I turned 34 last year. My birthday. I rolled out of bed. Fine. Got a stretch. Cool. Yeah. But I was hurt for like 3 days. I was hurt for 3 days, dog. Yeah. I was like, babe, I'm really 34. I'm getting up there. I was like, all I did was sneeze. Man, I couldn't work out. I couldn't walk upstairs. I was legit out, bro. I was contemplating on going to the doctor, getting a cortisone shot. Like, yo, help me.
Wonderful.
Help me. What did I do? I was fine. I woke up like, this is my birthday. Yay, sneeze. Out.
Yeah.
Out cold. So, that's crazy. I agree with you, Mark, with glasses, man. Them sneezes will catch you if you got previous back injuries. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But abdominal strain, nah, it's an abdominal strain. It's light.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, because I mean, like I was saying, you can't count on LeBron the way you used to. And again,
no, absolutely not.
That's not to say he's not playing at a tremendous level. That's just to say that at that age with the mileage, it's not the same.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question are the Lakers in some trouble, right? This is a more not necessarily between the lines, but a more was it generalistic franchise situation type question, right? So De'Aaron Fox they can't figure out the extension in Sacramento, and so they're trying to figure out a trade destination, right? De'Aaron Fox is a clutch client, and I think that De'Aaron Fox could be in a normal basketball situation a good fit in LA, right? But LeBron wants the ball in his hands, blah blah blah. But anyway, that could be a good fit, but he doesn't want to be there. He wants to be in San Antonio with Wembanyama, which is odd because Chris Paul is there, unless he knows something we don't know, and Chris Paul's on the way out, which is very
exactly possible. Precisely.
You're right.
Precisely. Yeah.
So the question is this:
because Chris Paul's on a 1-year deal.
Yeah. So my question would be now: does it say anything about the Lakers culture? Is it an indictment on LeBron or AD or both or JJ Redick or wasn't it Mrs. Buss? Is it an indictment on the Lakers as a franchise? Is it an indictment on their star players that a clutch client does not want to go there and play with them? Or is it just
on the Lakers?
Talk to me.
It's on the Lakers. I would say this. What situation is better long term? You're looking for a new deal.
You
have a 40-year-old LeBron James.
Okay.
You have an aging Anthony Davis.
Right.
I sign a 4-year deal. LeBron James goes away. AD turns 33, 34 years old. I'm kind of stuck by myself. Or I can go to San Antonio. Chris Paul is on a 1-year deal. I have a young, primed and ready, 20 years old, Wembanyama ready to take. And the NBA is trying to hand him that mantle.
They sure are.
They're trying to hand him that mantle. Let me go be a part of that in San Antonio. I got Greg Popovich, known as one of the greatest coaches of all time. I have the tallest guy in the NBA, a stud. Absolutely better situation for me to go to San Antonio. Okay. I'm not even mad at him. I mean, would I want him? No, I don't think he'll be the correct fit of anything that we need in LA, but that's not what the question is. The situation for him, San Antonio was light years better than anything that we can give him in LA. We can give him off books deals like, hey man, you're going to be in the LA Glamour, books, shows, clothing line, anything appealing, anything commercial, anything celebrity. This is the town that you want to do it in. But if he wants to win or have a better chance of being a big part of a future, Wembanyama is light years better than going to play with a 40-year-old LeBron James. Absolutely.
So the only that's fair. And I think I would agree. The only thing is like with Wemby, and I'm not going to turn this into a Wemby topic. We do have to get a Wemby topic on the docket. Shout out Bruce. But what I'll say is like Wemby is killing, but why is that killing not leading to a better team record? That's kind of weird to me, right? Like
who all the other
greats,
Who else is there?
Well, no, I get that, but all the other greats like came into the league, and those guys like immediately helped to turn teams around. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to mention Tim Duncan because he had David Robinson, who was another Hall of Famer there, so we could leave that out. But even LeBron, right? LeBron walked into the league and helped to immediately turn around a very bad, struggling Cavs team. Did he not? I mean,
they didn't make the playoffs, but
no, but you saw an immediate difference, right? What 20 plus turnaround, right?
Yeah.
So you saw an immediate difference, and so those are the type of things I talk about. Shaq walked into the league. Obviously, Wemby's not Shaq, but he walked into the league immediately. Big change with the Magic, so on and so forth. Like the greats are able to do that. So I just find it interesting that for all of his amazing skill set and all the all the things that he's doing, it's like, okay, where is the winning? That's where's the winning that should be coming with it? And I'm not saying.
Would you say that's more so he's in a tougher conference?
That's got to play a role. That's got to be a part of it.
Because he's what, 20 and 23? That's not horrible. You're almost at 500, but I mean, you look OKC, Houston Rockets, Memphis Grizzlies, Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Lakers, the Clippers, the Timberwolves, the Suns, the Mavericks, the Kings. They all got stars. Golden State, Steph Curry. They're all in front of them. It's just a 20-year-old Wembanyama and a 40-year-old Chris Paul.
Yeah, I would have thought, the way they talked about him and built him up, and with all the things that he's doing, that you would just see a little more winning. That's all I'm saying.
But do you think it was overblown? I think they overblew it, though.
Yes, it was overblown. You know why? He's an international star, and
Absolutely.
It appears that David Stern, all Adam Silver seems to care about is the international market. So I think absolutely, I mean, think about how much what's my man's name in Dallas, Luka, how badly they wanted Luka to be the MVP for years, and now it's everything Jokic. Now everything Wemby, right? It is a concerted push on the international market, and I get it. It's a lot of dough there, but I think you're right. And I think it was somewhat overrated.
Yeah. I mean, he's 24 and a half, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, still 4 blocks. I mean, that's tough. The numbers are there, but then you go down the list. I mean, Keldon Johnson is a name, Jeremy Sokan, Devin Vassell.
Not a great roster.
These are not great roster pieces. Harrison Barnes, he's down there. Steven Castle. I mean, Chris Paul is averaging 9.5 a game and 8 assists. He's not the New Orleans or Clippers version of Chris Paul that we're accustomed to.
Right.
So it has a lot. I think it's a good, healthy mix of it's just not enough talent with him yet, and the fact that he's in a gauntlet of a Western Conference.
Okay.
Because I mean, if I wasn't, I named all of those. I named 11 teams. Those 11 teams got better rosters than what Wembanyama has right now.
Right.
Would
it be crazy if the Spurs somehow won the draft lottery and ended up with Cooper Flagg? And so if they were to get right, so if they were able to pull off De'Aaron Fox in a trade, right, you got Wemby, and then you somehow manage to pull Cooper Flagg out of the draft lottery, that'd be the third time they get number. People will really start thinking that thing is fixed for San Antonio.
Yeah. I mean, right now they would have the worst odds, but because they're only the 8th worst team in the league, 8th.
Okay.
8th worst team in the league, but the 8th worst. Why is that hard to say? 8th
worst
record. There you go.
8th worst record.
Say it 3 times fast.
8th worst record. 8th worst record. 8th worst record.
Yeah, it sounds funny, don't it?
What can I say?
The 8th worst record that they have. So if they get it, it would be a lot of speculation that it's rigged, but I don't think they will.
Agreed.
But I think they could. I think they'll have some assets to draft a guy. Get a guy. De'Aaron Fox would be a nice move for that. That would be a huge push forward.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of the questions I asked earlier, when I said, do you think it might be an indictment on LeBron? And I thought it was interesting. One of Young Disciple's responses, Young Disciple, you could put this in the chat, man. Do you think like everybody wants to play with LeBron? Because I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I took from your response when I asked that question about whether or not it was an indictment on him. Because
I mean, slightly is his age.
Age or not, like, okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't want to go and play with the man. He don't even know when he's out of there. 40 years old, nah. If he was in like a win now and he knew that the Lakers were a point guard away from winning, maybe, just maybe, but they're not a point guard away. They're not a point guard away from winning it. So if he wants to go and be a part of something big, and literally being known as, hey man, San Antonio was a losing team. I went down there, went to San Antonio, me and Victor Wembanyama. Now we're 4th seed. Next year we're 2nd seed. Now we're in the Western Conference Finals. You get more in your career, when you're a part of those conversations. No one wants to play with a 40-year-old and have to babysit his kids. Stop it. Hey, you would have a babysit. No, you got to be the 12th man. You got to be the 11th man on the bench to babysit, because he's on the end of the bench. That's
funny. Okay, so you know what? Steve nicely transitioned us into the final part of the Lakers question. Right now, I don't think this has anything to do with the Lakers being in trouble, but I did want to bring this up. This whole Bronny thing, right? So Bronny has some good games in the G League, and everyone gets all excited, and he's doing this and he's doing that. Okay. And apparently your coach, JJ Redick, he drank the Kool-Aid, and he gave him 15 minutes in the NBA last night, the real deal. And tell me how that went, man. Tell me how that went. And then we'll hear some of what Stephen A. Smith had to say about this. How'd that go, Transfer? How'd that go for you?
Let me see. It's a 7-letter word. No, that's an 8-letter word. Horrible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Horrible. It's one game. I'm not gonna before I go ham on Mr. Bronny. Out of respect, I want to go ahead and make it very, very clear. I support and I love his family. I love everything about LeBron James. LeBron James, he's in my top 5 all time, arguably top 3. He has a loving wife. I love his kids, his daughter. They're a wonderful family. But listen, guys, listen. Bronny's not ready just yet. He's just not ready yet. Give him a couple more years.
How about we let Stephen A. say what he has to say? Because I swear that sounds familiar. So let's do it. Let's do our thing where we listen and we break in from time to time. Let's do that.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
I'm really, really trying to be as respectful as I possibly can be towards LeBron James.
Mind you, I didn't hear this yet.
2 or 3 players in the history of basketball. Number 2 in my eyes. A treasure to the game of basketball that we should and will all miss when he is gone. I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. The first game of the season.
Man. Wait a minute. We all know Bronny James is in the league. Why? Because of who? Oh, I was a hater when I said that. Go ahead, though. Carry on, Stephen A.
Opening night, the Griffies in attendance, father-son duo playing in an NBA game for the first time. An absolutely positively wonderful story. And then reality sets in. We love what we're seeing from him in the G League because that's where you belong. As you hone your skills and you get better and you legitimately earn, which I believe he has the potential to do. I am rooting for Bronny James. It would be cruel to root against him. He's a wonderful kid. I wish him nothing but the best. But he's LeBron James' son, and everybody knows what attention that brings.
Wait, who is he?
LeBron Ramon James senior sons.
Okay.
Senior son. Yeah.
Just checking. Okay. All right.
Molly.
Doggy, you still playing? You still going? My bad.
Put them up on the screen because I want to see their face when I say this. Right now, Bronny James is averaging 0.3 points, 0.3 assists, and 0.4 rebounds.
But he's averaging 16 in the G League, so we can't.
We know why he's here, though.
We know why he's here, and we know who he is.
Are we still playing? Oh, is it our turn?
Oh, no, there's more.
Okay.
You know what people are saying. You know what they're going to do to this kid. In 13 games, he has played 44 minutes. He has scored 4 points. He is shooting 1 of 16 from the field, 0 for 7 from 3-point range. How are you doing him favors? We know that he's not ready yet. And I'm saying this with compassion. I'm asking the greatest player in the game, one of the top 2 players in the history of basketball, an ambassador for this game, the face of the league, a 4-time champion, a guy that's gone to 10 NBA finals, one of the greatest we have ever or will ever see, who is a basketball savant. You know, better than me, better than Doggy, better than JJ Redick, better than Rob Pelinka, better than any basketball analysis or analyst that exists. You know what these numbers mean. You know what it's going to do. to your son, to people who are missing out on opportunities, that are busting their tail on other NBA teams in the G League in Europe and everywhere else, what kind of opportunity they're starving for. You're exposing your son like this?
Remember somebody on this show's talked about, how other people were not getting opportunities while other people were handed stuff. Remember somebody was talking about that? But go ahead.
I believe so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just checking. Let's carry on.
I know I'm not questioning LeBron James' intent as if it's dishonorable, doggy. It's incredibly honorable. So
what's honorable?
Dad. I'm not
put the B-roll up again
on everything I love. I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any way. I'm simply saying to have that moment on game 1 of the NBA season is one thing. To propel it to a point where he's on the bench, he's in uniform, he's taking up a roster spot, and now you're giving him time in the first quarter.
Taking up a roster spot.
And you see the absence of production. How are you helping him? I just don't get it. I really don't see. I really don't get it. Kobe shot a bunch of air balls in a playoff game in Utah his rookie year.
Yes,
I was
he did.
there.
Yes, he did.
I saw him do it. I thought it was absolute.
Why are we even comparing Kobe and Bronny?
Just listen to him. Let him finish.
That's disingenuous. Yeah, I know. I'll let him finish. I just wanted to say that. That's utterly disingenuous, but carry on.
Cruel, and I thought the end of Del Harris's career would be expedited because he put the young Kobe Bryant in a position he was not ready for, and he did it on purpose because Kobe was so confident, telling everybody he was going to be the greatest ever, that it annoyed the living hell out of Del Harris, so he just threw him to the wolves. And in my opinion, I'm not almost like he set him up to fail. I don't know that definitively, but that was what I suspected. That was what I wrote at the time when I was writing for the Philadelphia Inquirer. That's what I said when I said what I said over the airwaves or what have you. Del Harris might have done that on purpose. But the bottom line is nobody was questioning whether or not Kobe was an NBA player. They were just questioning whether or not he was going to be what people surmised he was going to be, like the great Jerry West and others, what he was going to be. There were no questions that he was an NBA player. What LeBron has to embrace, in my opinion, is that people are questioning whether or not Bronny is going to be an NBA player, whether he's worthy of that. And when you know that at this particular moment in time, he may not be worthy of that just yet, why put him in that position?
Okay, we get it. That's okay.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, we're done.
We get it. Guys, I want to let y'all know that I didn't hear any.
I was about to say, that's why I'm laughing, because I was like, you must have
was spot on.
Because
that was spot on. The first 3 minutes, I'm like, God, I literally just said all that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what? That's why I was laughing. I thought you had listened to it earlier today.
I did not. This is my first. I am listening to it live with the rest of everybody else. Before I said what I said, that was just coming straight off the dome.
Well, hey, you said it right.
But finally, Stephen A. woke up. He's speaking facts. I can't. Taking up a roster spot, yes. Can it be utilized for somebody else? Yes. Is he ready? No. Is he correct about him being ready? Yes. But we know why he's there.
Correct.
There's only one purpose that Bronny James on the NBA roster lineup of the Los Angeles Lakers serves. That's his father. That's the only thing it serves. It serves nothing for the Lakers. It serves nothing for the fans. It serves nothing for Anthony Davis and the rest of the team. It serves nothing for JJ Redick. He's there because of LeBron James. That's it. That's point blank period. There's no hiding it. There's no shading it. There's nothing. There's no need to play him. There's no need to play through him. There's no need to give him an opportunity in the first quarter. There's no need to do anything, right? We had the moment, the beginning, the opening, like, hey, they pass the ball to each other, possible tossing, get a couple of assists. We're about to be at All-Star Weekend. Let's move past it.
Wow.
Let him sit down and watch. Bronny to the WNBA is disrespectful. Mark with glasses. Put on your glasses. He's a man.
That's terrible.
He's a man. right? We're not gonna do the kid like that. He's balling in the G League. He's found his rhythm. He's balling in the G League. Let that kid develop. He is way too early to be playing meaningful NBA minutes. Way too early. We saw it. It took him a while to get started in the G League. What the hell you think gonna happen for the NBA?
Right. Let me interrupt you real quick. The Stellar Napster says, would have loved to see Bronny at Duke. You would never have seen Bronny at Duke because he wasn't good enough. If he was good enough, he would have been at Duke or North Carolina, one of these schools. So, yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
$50 million in a week. What's that?
I don't know. That must be the jersey sales. I think that's what that is. I don't know what that has to do anything, but carry on.
No, I don't get it. But yeah, man, I'm tired of it as a Laker fan. The B-roll you put up, I saw plenty of opportunities where he could have made a couple of shots, but it was the decision making. He's not ready.
No,
he's not ready. Running into traffic and trying to pass the ball out last second.
Right.
We know somebody who does that already, and he's king of turnovers. That's Russell Westbrook. Westbrook plays like that. The only difference is Westbrook could be 11 feet in the air when he does it.
That's true.
He's 11 feet in the air. You're not really getting that much lift off of the ground like Russell Westbrook, and you're trying to make them last second passes. These wings are all 6'8", 6'7". They're going to pick that apart. They're going to pick it off. They know what you're trying to do. You're trying to bail out. You know what I mean? If you play 2K, you can't do that in 2K anymore. You try to drive in and you go up and you try to make that last second pass, it's called a bailout badge. If you ain't got the bailout badge, it's going to get picked off. It's going to get picked off. So you got to look at that. The decision making is just not there. Let that kid develop in the G League, JJ. If you hear this, JJ, if you ever so happen to watch the Format Podcast, JJ, I thank you for tuning in. As a Laker fan, long time Laker fan since 1996, pick up sticks. Leave that man where he's at. G League him.
But you don't think that's JJ Redick's call, do you? That can't be his call. If he's as smart as he thinks he is when it comes to basketball, that's not him.
It's LeBron's call,
and Jeannie Buss, because she's trying to sell tickets and merch also, right? So,
Set him. Don't do it again. This isn't the press that we need. We won 6 out of 8 games. That is not the press that we needed, especially going on an All-Star weekend. The NBA, and this is what aggravates me about the NBA.
Weekend, so that's a good thing.
But that's what makes me upset about the NBA. There was an opportunity for y'all to cash in on one of the better events of the All-Star weekend. A father-son tournament of some sort. Make it that. Build up for that. That would have been awesome.
That's a great idea.
Call up Gary Payton. Call up these guys. Scottie Pippen. Call up these guys.
Right.
Put these guys on the floor. Hey, the older guys, dads, you guys got to shoot perimeters. You got to shoot perimeter jump shots. Meanwhile, we got to see a little razzle dazzle from your kids.
The young fellas, that's right.
The young fellas got to do the razzle dazzle. The older guys, y'all shooting 15-footers and 20-footers.
Right.
And make it something like that. Now you got a positive limelight going for the Lakers, because nobody's gonna say anything about that. You know what I mean? But putting this man in a game that we should have won. I mean, it's just Tyrese Maxey out there. Granted, we lost Anthony Davis, but that's not an excuse, right? Yeah, dude, AD got hurt. Yeah, that's an excuse, young disciple. That's an excuse. We have a much better roster of players that should have been able to win that game. We got a plethora of guys. We should have won that game. Right? We're talented enough that without AD, them folks didn't have Joel Embiid nor Paul George. What's our excuse?
Right.
They didn't have 2 of their biggest weapons. We only lost 1. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Hey, Edward, good point. I did see that Isaiah Thomas back in the G League, and I think he had high 30s his first game back. That dude could ball, man. To your point, it's really sad that he can't stick on an NBA roster. Yeah. Because I think that's that's terrible, because all you have to do, if you bring Isaiah Thomas, he doesn't have to be the focal point of your offense like he was in Boston. Just make him your microwave, make him your 6-man scorer off the bench. Say, hey, go in there, run it, and you got the green light. Get buckets when you go in there with the second unit.
Oh, he about to get on somebody's roster real quick.
You'll do that. Yeah.
You come back and drop a 40 piece, like, oh, okay. Maybe not the G League, Bubba. Right. Go ahead and put you on somebody's bench real quick.
He can still ball, man.
Hey, bring him to San Antonio. Hey, Wembyama. Hey, go out there and get you some buckets, man. I think that'll be a good look for him.
San Antonio?
Yeah. Take him someplace where he can play some meaningful minutes.
Yeah.
Put him on a contender? Wouldn't do it. Put him somewhere where it's up and rising. Houston Rockets.
Also bad.
Yeah. Put him on a little young roster. Show that veteran, obviously he has that veteran presence to where he's still battling back to come back into the league. He's older, he's wiser. I think he'll be a good little fit for somebody.
All right, Sid Bubba, you're right. That's just how I think about it.
They don't know about Vinny Johnson.
Yeah. That's why I said let him be the microwave off the bench. You're right. I gotta update my analogies. My fault, Sid Bubba. You're right. Jamal Crawford. You could be Jamal Crawford off the bench. That works better, right? Everybody understand that one?
Yeah, Jamal was a beast, though.
There you go.
That's like the 6-man god.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, Steve, you're right.
Lou Williams, maybe. Lou Williams? He's another 6-man god. Yeah.
Lou. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, let's go ahead and open up these phone lines, man. Let's take 3 calls. 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes. Let's go. Oh, man, that was funny.
I said exactly what that man said.
I swore when you started saying it. That's why I was laughing so hard. I'm like, he must have listened to this thing earlier.
I did not, bro. I did not.
With it.
That's why I was laughing. I'm like, he's saying exactly what I said. And when he said he's a loving father, I'm like, oh my God, I said that.
That's the crazy part. So Stephen A., we've listened to this dude for years with no compunction, call people bums and scrubs, right? But when it comes to Bronny, you got to give a dissertation first before you talk about how he can't play. That's insane.
Jesus Christ.
Laker Nation, what up, bro?
Are you ready, boy? Gloves are off, Bruce.
How the gloves go? What? All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm going to sit quietly while you do your thing. Go ahead.
How you going to go from making the Lakers tribute video to making this a freaking topic?
I was asking the question, real talk, because
you shouldn't ask that question in public. You need to ask that question in private.
Hey, put us on the freeway and be like, "Hey, man, what y'all think about the Lakers? They in trouble?"
Well, man, I know I got you. I got Transformer.
You done lost your mind. You lost one game, and you over here talking about, the Lakers are they in trouble?
Are they? It's a question. I mean, there's different things going on. Quite possibly, yes. Quite possibly, yes.
Are they for real? How?
I don't like what I'm seeing. I mean, quite possibly, yes. They don't look like a team that should be dominating now, right? They should be like, okay, we know what it takes to win, to get over the hill. Now we got that done. Now we coming back. We going to kill it and get another one. They should be. Yeah. Think about it.
Not in no type of jeopardy. Last
time the Celtics won. That second year they came back after winning the title, they was killing until KG got hurt. So that's what threw them off.
And then who won?
Celtics.
Well, let me tell you. But let me tell you this. As long as we don't have LeBron James throwing it to his son in the corner to shooting 3-pointers, then we should be fine.
Well, you just saw
that is happening, then we in trouble.
That happened, Laker Nation. We already passed it.
As long as I know that's what I said. As long as that keeps happening, then we in trouble.
Nah,
I think that's an anomaly game.
I think so too.
I don't look. We've been in trouble. I've been pissed off with the Lakers since 2018.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie. Everybody was all like, "Hey man, how do you feel about that guy coming over there from Cleveland to your Lakers, man? How you feel, man? He gonna be," I said, "Man, no, he gonna bring that bullshit over here. We don't got time for it." Exactly what I said when we signed him back in 2018. And look what the fuck happened. It was worse than what he did in Cleveland.
Hey man, you got your championship. We can't deny that, right? However it came about, you got a chip out of it. Yes, Bruce. Yes, Laker Nation.
Bruce. We boys. If I was sitting across the table from you, I was slapping the taste out of your mouth for saying that.
But man, stop it, Laker
The
Nation.
championship does not give you right to fuck up the squad after that.
I agree.
You turned the Lakers into a total shit show.
Here's my question, Laker Nation. Would you trade it? That's a question. Would you trade it?
Yes.
Wow.
For what?
Yeah.
That championship is not worth the headache we're going through right now.
But we've been through headache before.
I would throw that shit I'll give that shit to Miami and just keep the other 16 we got. No, it's not worth it.
You on your own there, Bubba.
This shit is ridiculous.
Go on.
This shit is ridiculous. And I'm also mad at you. You didn't merge me in with Young Disciple call. I've been wanting that smoke for like 2 months now.
Man, look,
I told you to set it up for us to debate, and you haven't done it yet.
You did. This is a quick show tonight, though. We're not doing all that, man.
Nah, you don't talk. You don't say what he said to me 2 months ago, and then expect that I'm gonna let that slide. No, put that so-called basketball genius who's in his 40s, he's a grown man. Put him on the phone with me and let me cook that food.
We'll work something out, man. We'll work something out.
Man, you've been saying that for the longest.
I have saying
he
that, man. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot.
Today should have been the day.
I forgot.
You should have put the Jimmy Butler drama and the Lakers trouble to the side and just boost your ratings off of this show.
Look, we'll set that up, man. You gotta remind me. We'll set that up.
I'm gonna sit back. He listening.
No, we're not doing that now. No, we're not doing that now.
And when we do debate, I want you to bring up all your points for why Bronny should be in the league, and I will destroy every single one of them and call you a fool to your face. Because you can't honestly, with a straight face, tell me that you will sign anybody to a roster that averaged 5 points a game in college. You would give them a guaranteed roster spot. You can't just sit there with a straight face and tell me you would sign anybody to your roster that only averaged 5 points in college. No, this is to Young Disciple over there. He hear me.
I hear you. That's why I'm not talking.
Put that on your mama, Young Disciple, that you would sign somebody to your squad that only averaged 5 points a game to your squad and give them a guaranteed contract. Nigga, tell me yes or no. You over here talking about we talking blasphemy to Bronny and he only shot 5 shots in 44 minutes. Man, shut up. Put your money where your mouth is. I bet you a rat that you will not sign anybody to your squad that only averaged 5 points a game in college. I don't hear no yes or no in the chat. Why you being quiet now? You got all that smoke. You talk all this and that. You got all this to say. Answer that question. I don't give a shit about LeBron. I'm asking you a question. Would you sign somebody to your squad that only averaged 5 points a game in college to a guaranteed contract? Nigga, stop talking about LeBron. I'm asking you a straight question, man to man. You call yourself a man, as you told me last time we talked. Be a man. Answer the damn question. Would you give somebody $8 million guaranteed money that only averaged only averaged 5 points a game in college?
All right, let's do this, y'all. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You ain't man enough to answer. You ain't even man enough to answer the question. So you gotta know damn well you ain't man enough to debate me. So keep that crap to yourself. Don't come for the king over here. You keep that crap to yourself. Go on Man Down Sports Show and talk all that nonsense to them. Don't come to me with that. Because I know damn well you ain't man enough to come for me, because you ain't even man enough to answer one question that you know the answer to. Call in. Yo, if you're talking about LOL in the chat, call in. Be a man. You acting like a mouse right now.
Man, Yo, chill. We not doing
Well,
that.
we're gonna set up the next Tyson fight.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're not doing that right now.
Tyson Holyfield 3.
Listen. I appreciate the
But
call.
anyway, as I was saying, yes, as I was saying, as far as one loss to Philly is just Tyreek Maxey showed that he is the dude out there right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did work. He did work.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this before I go. You can say whatever you want in the chat. You just expose yourself for who you really are with a yellow back. Nobody's going to respect anything that you got to say because I called you out and you ain't said nothing. Deuces, which I throw in the toilet, deuces to you, young disciple. And I'm out.
All right, Laker Nation, man. We'll talk. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. All right. You want to take one more Transformer before we
negative. Jimmy Butler drama. Go.
Let's do it. Next topic. Last topic. All right.
I'm put my
Jimmy Butler.
One up. Appreciate you, waiter. Thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yo, you stupid, man. So, all right. Where were we? Damn, I'm totally. All right. Yeah, there we go. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler got a lot going on, man. So we know that Jimmy Butler was trying to get a contract extension, and the Heat weren't trying to give it to him because he's another one. Seems like he's always hurt, and he got issues. So I think this started like from last season in the playoffs, right? When Jimmy Butler was saying what was it? If I was playing, then we would have won. And Pat Riley basically responded like, listen, man, if you're not playing, shut your mouth, which, I'm not mad at that. Right.
Sounds
so accurate. I guess that really, right. So I guess at that point, that kind of really started the schism between Jimmy Butler and the Heat organization, more specifically Pat Riley. And we also know that Jimmy Butler, he's been trying to get an extension, and they're like, no, like you hurt all the time. And even though you've done a lot for this team and you play hard, like you're not at this point in your career. Because let's see, he was trying to get a $113 million extension, right? And so they was like, nah. So he says, this is commentary from Jimmy Butler, quote, "What do I want to see happen? I want to see me get my joy back from playing basketball, wherever that may be. We'll find out here pretty soon. I want to get my joy back. I'm happy here off the court, but I want to be back. I want to be back to somewhere dominant. I want to hoop and I want to help this team win. Right now, I'm not doing that," unquote. You want to be back to somewhere dominant. Why do all this? See, this is where people are going to say, oh, you're a hater. Cool, I don't give a damn. Why do all these players think that they have a right to be on a team that's dominant and in contention? You got to earn that. You don't have a right to be on a contender all the time. That's not how we do it, man. That's not how we do it. What's the deal with that? What are your thoughts on that before we go forward, man?
It's LeBron's fault.
It is not.
It's LeBron's fault.
How is it LeBron's fault?
Because he's created the player empowerment.
Oh, that. Okay. Yes, that is. Okay. Yes,
the creator of the player empowerment now drove to what did LeBron go for? He went to Miami to do what?
To win.
Right?
Yeah, okay. That's what he said.
In his own right, that's what he
also said that had he never gone to Miami, he would have had the same career. I don't know. This dude, he's always lying. But anyway.
Whatever the case may be.
Right.
That followed up with the player empowerment movement. Every major trade, what was their cause of moving? To win. They wanted to build a team, be on a contender. So I would say that created this. He's at an age to where, 35 years old? I'm pull up his numbers here in a second.
Yeah,
I think he's about 35 years old. So I would definitely say a decline from what we considered prime Jimmy Butler that went to the finals 2 times, once against the Lakers in 2020, against the Denver Nuggets in 2022, 2023. One of those
he's 35.
35 years old. So now he's at a point which I don't agree with, because the way LeBron did it. LeBron, he showed us showed the league. You make that move when your contract's over. Go where you want to go. Now the players they took it a step further. I'm going to be in mid-contract, a.k.a. James Harden. Mid-contract. Wait till I get the big deal. A year or two later, things are not seeing how I wanted to see. I either want an extension or I want to move. It's not the way.
No.
It's not the way.
No.
So, yeah, that's what I got, man. I mean,
okay.
I don't like anything that Jimmy's doing so far, but I'm gonna let you finish up what more you had to say. I know you had a little bit.
No doubt. Yeah, no. So apparently that thing led to his first suspension, right? A day after Butler expressed his concern about finding joy with the Miami Heat, the team suspended him for 7 games, and they said it was what is this conduct detrimental to the team. Yeah. They also announced plans to entertain trade offers. That was interesting. And then they made a statement. We have suspended Jimmy Butler for 7 games for multiple instances of conduct detrimental to the team over the course of the season, and particularly the last 7 weeks. So that right there says he was acting up prior to even making that statement. What you got, man?
Nothing. Continue.
Okay. So, so they noticed what they said. Multiple instances of conduct detrimental to the team over the course of the season. So that means he's been acting up, and they were letting it ride. They were trying to work with him, right? So this narrative of Pat Riley trying to be on some my way or the highway, like, yes, he does that. But clearly, if this is the case, multiple instances over the course of the season, they were trying to work with him, right? Okay, cool. Yeah. Next. So through his actions and statements, he has shown he no longer wants to be a part of this team. Jimmy Butler and his representative have indicated they wish to be traded. Therefore, we will listen to offers. It is worth noting that Heat President Pat Riley previously stated the team will not trade the 35-year-old, but his stance on the forward changed following Butler's comment. Interesting. So that was the first one, a 7-day suspension.
Yeah, 7 days.
Right. Then he recently got suspended for 2 games. We have suspended Jimmy Butler for 2 games for continued pattern of disregard of team rules, insubordinate conduct, and conduct detrimental to the team, including missing today's team flight to Milwaukee. This was last week, the 22nd. Okay. All right. So we see that. Then he got suspended again. The Miami Heat are suspending Jimmy Butler without pay, effective immediately, for an indefinite period to last no fewer than 5 games. The suspension is due to a continued pattern of disregard of team rules, engaging in conduct detrimental to the team, and intentionally withholding services. This includes walking out of practice earlier today. He's being but
the reason was because they was going to put him on a bench.
Yeah, and he didn't want to come
off the bench. Yeah.
How about you be a damn professional? How about you do that? Keep it simple. You're getting paid, be a damn professional. I don't understand at all why this is so, but you know what? That's this generation, man. That's what it is. You're getting paid.
I can't even say that's this generation. He's my age.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
He's my age. He's older than me.
Yeah, that's the generation before me, after me. Yeah, no, you're right. It's just disturbing, man, because like you're living, and nothing's perfect, right? I'm not in his shoes, so I'm not saying it's perfect, but I always say when these dudes act like this, you're living the dream that hundreds of millions, if not billions of people worldwide wish they could live. You're making money that most of us will never see in our freaking lifetime. And this is how you're acting because you don't get what you want. You want to be a petulant little child. And what I see here, and tell me if I'm wrong on this, I see him acting the fool to try and force the trade out. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Okay. I thought it was just me.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw that at the beginning.
Okay.
The first suspension gave me that. Like, oh, he's really trying to get up out of there. Okay. Suspension number 2. Oh, he's really, really trying to get up out of there. Indefinite suspension. Oh, he's out of there. We just waiting on the right trade.
Mm-hmm.
He's out of there. Pat's not playing that. Pat don't want to play that.
Right.
You know, the man is making $48.7 million this year. Mm-hmm. He's going to make $52.4 million next year. Mm-hmm. So he's about to have $100 million in 2 years.
Yeah. I just
play. Play.
There's no state income tax in Florida. Play.
No, it's not. Play.
None. Come
you
on,
get
man.
paid to play.
You do.
Handle this when your contract's up. Is your contract up? You're not even in your contract year.
Nope.
Next year is your contract year.
But
I get it. You want the extension. You want some not cushion.
You want the guarantee. You want to be you want to know that you're taken care of. You want I know the word you talking. I cannot
start with a C, I believe. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But go on. It'll come to
but you want that future money. You want that future money to be, in your pocket, secured, and everything ready to go forward. But bro, we're talking about a contract where you turn 37. 37. But you don't think Pat Riley in Miami looking at that like, all right, if we do give you a contract, it ain't gonna be nothing crazy. You're getting paid $52 million next year. Now we could soften that up, give you a three-year, $90 million extension, make it $30 million a year, giving you about 45 more, probably give you a little bit more guaranteed up front. We could probably work something like that. But dude, you're going to be 37 when this contract's over. You'll be a free agent at 37 years old. We've only known one player at 37 and further on to be playing at a high level.
2.
Who's the other one?
MJ.
Yeah. We considering Washington a high level?
Yeah, averaged 20 and played all 82 games. Yeah, and before his knee went crazy, he was averaging 25. So yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll say MJ. Okay, but two out of
right. However,
the NBA has been in the league 77 years.
Yeah.
77 years, 32 teams. Come on, man. Do the math. Right? There's a lot of players that came by. So I'm not ready to throw a boatload of money. You got to think we're talking MJ and LeBron of all people. Two of the upper echelon guys of our era, period. You know what I mean? So, nah. Wait, he's 36. Yeah, Kevin Durant's not 37 yet, Steve.
No, he's 36. He'll be 37 on September 29th.
Yeah, next season he'll be 37, man.
Yeah. We got the same birthday. I can't believe that. But anyway.
That's KD? That's crazy work.
10 years apart. Exactly.
Oh boy. But man, this drama, bro, it gotta end. It's not a good look. It's a horrifying look. Horrible look for the younger players because now they're gonna be like, oh man, Jimmy did it. Jimmy forced his way out when he couldn't get his way. He sacrificed a couple of meals, but he ended up getting his bag, so it all worked out. That's why the league is getting watered down, man. You're doing nothing but aiding more reason why the league is just what it is. A self-entitlement 3-point shooting league at this point. You know what I mean? Finish out your contracts, man. That's all. When I signed my contract to join the United States Navy, and I know this is this is comparing apples to oranges, but it was a 4-year term to serve my country. I didn't come to him at 2 years talking about I either want to get out or trade me to the Army.
Yeah.
it wasn't gonna work that, man. They're like,
no.
Yeah, you can go to the Army after 2 more years. Once this 4 years in the Navy is up, you can go to the Army all you want. We'll transfer you. We'll transfer you over. You'll do a transit, right? You know what I mean? But to 2 years out, and now you're refusing to play. Your conduct detrimental to the team, and you're getting paid $50 million a year.
Yep. But he wants more.
That's insane, dog.
It is.
That's insane. And I'm pretty sure Pat is a business type of man to where if you came to him one-on-one, like, hey, yo, Pat probably got a plan. He always got a freaking plan.
Right. He may not give you exactly what you want, but he's got a plan for you guys to meet somewhere in the middle and make it work. He's been doing this a long time.
Long time.
I
mean, he was over here. Long time. Long time.
Yeah.
But it's just bad.
Yeah. It really is. It's unprofessional. And the last thing I'll say about this, it's funny because for the longest, Jimmy's rep was that he didn't get along with people because he worked so hard and he just wanted everybody to work as hard as him. But now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, wait a minute. Everywhere this dude has been, he's become a problem. At some point, we got to notice the common denominator, and it's him. Yeah. And I don't mean him I mean, it's him as in Jimmy Butler. And at some point, we got to realize, like, wait a minute, he appears to be the problem, So not good.
And it's the way you're doing it, man.
Laker Nation, absolutely. Yeah, he got in his feelings, and then it just went downhill from there. And realistically, why are you talking if you're not out there? Or if I was playing, we would have won. Really? Then figure out a way to get on the floor.
But get here. How about come and help us win?
Yeah.
Because we out there in the trenches. Not Tyreek, Tyler Hero. He out there in the trenches.
Yeah.
You could have helped him.
Facts.
Don't say nothing on the side. If you're on the sideline, bro, shut up.
Yeah. Really.
Nah. That's like Joel Embiid coming out there like, man, we got to win more.
Right.
What?
Like, no. So this is what I'll say, right? If you're LeBron and you can't go, but you say something, I might not like it, but you can say something, right?
Yeah.
If you're Kobe and you can't go, but you're on the sideline, you can say something. Certain guys can talk. Jimmy Butler, you're not of that ilk. You don't get to do that. Be quiet.
You don't got enough pelts on the wall, buddy.
That's it.
Them boys got pelts.
You don't got enough notches in your belt. Facts.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
Upper echelon of players, Bubba. You hear
upper echelon.
Them boys are through the ceiling. They you ever go into them palaces and you got to look up and you got the designs of what's the famous artist name?
Is it Michelangelo?
Michelangelo. So you got Michelangelo just painted a beautiful ceiling. You're like, God, like these are the gods, the Greek mythology gods and stuff like that. Like all of that. Those are the Kobe's, the Jordans, and the Bronze and stuff. You just got your small little statue over here.
Correct.
That we can come. Oh man, that was nice.
Steve, that's the Sistine Chapel, not the 16th Chapel. Sistine. 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 And Eddie know that he's not a Hall of Famer in my eyes. Not at all. Oh, SGA killing like that? Okay. Is that on TV, Eddie? When I get off of this thing, I'm going to turn that game on. No, Kobe would not have said that. No, I agree. I'm just saying, Laker Nation, that he's one of the few that has the gravitas to make a statement like that. That's what I'm saying. No, we know he wouldn't have, but Steve, you know you're my guy, man.
Steve. Log it out in the show. The show's over. The show's over. It's at the 16th chapel.
Oh, man. What's wrong with you, man?
Turn my mic off.
Look what you did, Steve. You see that? Look what you did. It's not that serious. What's good, my brother? The third member of the channel. Good to stop in, man. I appreciate seeing you, man. You went your whole life calling it that? Well, you learn something new every day, man. This is what we're here for, to entertain and to educate.
Oh my God. Hey, I know Steve said that with confidence. Better with confidence. Steve was 100%. He was 100% certain. Yeah, man, the 16th chapel.
Oh my goodness. That was
so
funny.
Certain. Oh my God.
Okay.
It's not that serious. It's the spelling it out.
All right, chill, man. Chill. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's do this, man. We gonna open up the phone lines one more time.
No, we don't. We don't need them no more.
We could take a couple of calls.
Oh my God. Oh.
Right,
this moment, and Bruce's Hakeem the Dream moment. Top two all time. Top two, bro.
We could take a couple of calls. 5-minute rule in effect, y'all. We are talking about Jimmy Butler. We're talking about Jimmy Butler only.
I need my water.
Oh my gosh.
Steve missed every drink.
That boy Steve. Man, yo.
Oh my God.
Yo, okay. But on the topic about Jimmy, yo, but on the topic about Jimmy Butler, it's something to be said about professionalism.
Agreed.
I think, yeah, so the way I can understand his frustration, but
sorry.
All right. But the way you go about handling your business and talking to people really matters, man.
It does. It does.
So, but if I'm getting paid $50 million, you know what? I may be mad, but I could like pull Pat over to the side.
Agreed.
Be like, yeah, I could. You know, we could work this thing out in private.
Facts.
But when you do that you gonna try to, up me? Nah, that ain't gonna work. Not with Pat. That ain't gonna work.
No, it's not. Not with Pat. Not with the Godfather. You're right.
Not with Pat, man. Not with Pat. Oh my God.
And then, furthermore, you mess up your trade value going forward because other teams gonna be like, man, do I really want to inherit this problem coming up with Jimmy? Like you said, his track record.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did that in Chicago, he did that in Philly. So they
Minnesota
look
too.
At that yeah. And is it gonna be is the risk gonna be worth the reward?
Right.
For bringing Jimmy Butler in, And hey, Laker Nation can say what he want about LeBron. You bring Jimmy there. Hey, they get Jimmy there with LeBron, boy.
Nah, man. Nah, but real talk. Let me.
Yeah. So he'd have a fit.
Oh my goodness.
What is this fool doing?
Chapel, not the 16.
Idiot.
Transformer really over there playing it back. I'm sorry. Transformer got me weak right now. This dude is an idiot. No, what I was trying to say is that if I was Pat Riley, I would just leave him suspended until he came back in there and say, yo, I'm sorry, I'm going to act right. And I wouldn't trade him because it's like a child. You can't reward a child for bad behavior. No. You can't.
Nah, you can't.
Yeah, so I'm like, nah, you stay here till your contract run out. And if you act a fool, that's cool. We saving money. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Very simple.
But, but see, my dog Transformer said earlier, with LeBron and the player empowerment. But the thing is, LeBron was smart enough to be at least professional about it.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
for the most part.
For the most part. Now, if it's behind the scenes, that's what he got his guys there. That's their job. That's what Rich Paul is supposed to do. That's what you pay him to do. So that's Rich's job to do all that. You really just play, And I think if people know how to stay in their lanes doing certain stuff, it goes a whole lot smoother.
That's true too. Yeah, he should have stayed quiet when he wasn't playing. And then Pat Riley wouldn't have to say what he said and this whole thing wouldn't have popped off.
Yeah.
That's true.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, put that down, man.
My bad. Yo, hey, I'm recording that. Steve, you're going on social media, bro. I'm not going to hold you. They probably not going to be able to see the comment. I'm going to have to find a way to put the comment on there.
Man.
Because, boy. Because I saw it. I'm like, it's 16. It's 15. Steve was so confident that it was a 16th chapel, goddamn. He said it was a 16th chapel.
Well, hey, some brothers are just loud wrong. Steve just has to be one of them.
Yo, Steve is my guy, man.
Wrong and proud.
Steve is my guy, man.
Steve, we love you for this one, boy. If you made anybody night, no, you made ours, okay?
Yes.
You made ours.
Even furthermore, he didn't put the 16 chapel at Notre Dame.
Oh my goodness.
Well, now, I'm gonna go.
Thank you.
Hey, that's how I know that's what I really thought.
Oh. All right, that's it.
That's it, bro.
That's it for the night.
You got it. We appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Wait. Here go Bruce. We got
Oh my
this.
God, dog.
Oh, yo, what up, Bruce?
It's so damn funny, man. But it's so damn funny. The 16 tackles.
Oh my God,
Bro.
It's the whole thing.
You had to be there.
I'm over here crying. Oh, he got me weak.
Hey, I was laughing myself, brother, when you said that. Yo. That shit was funny.
Oh, what you got, Bruce?
Oh.
What's going on, man? Well, hey, that's top funniest of all time on your channel now. That got me beat.
That might be it, man.
Oh boy.
Man.
I just want to say that, Jimmy Butler always been a problem child, and his childhood traumas are just showing up on a professional level right now. He was a problem child in Houston. He grew up in Houston. His mother kicked him out at 13.
Mm-hmm.
He was a couch problem child, getting in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, his childhood trauma is coming out in his professional life. So he's throwing tantrums. He got some mental health issues going on with him. First of all, so yeah. So no matter how much money you got, your mental health issues always could be stronger than anything in your life. No matter what.
No, that's true. That's true.
You ever met somebody that heard of, or probably in your family that constantly just can't get it together, just keep relapsing. No matter.
We all got one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You try and help, it just something that's within him. So right now, Jimmy Butler, he's throwing tantrums like a child because of his childhood trauma. His mom, he was a problem child in Houston. Mom kicked him out. He was a couch to couch, and it's just showing on a professional level, and it's sad. And I don't know. He battling some mental health issues right now. Seriously, that's not normal.
So,
you getting all that money, you're a $100 millionaire. You don't have to worry about the rest of your life. Beautiful wife, beautiful home, great player.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a pattern. It's been like that on every team he's been on. So obviously, it's the problem. He's very talented in the playoffs. He's a fringe Hall of Famer. Could I say that? A fringe, maybe not. He showed out and played big playoff games. He's played tough. He's a great defender when he's locked in. He always plays well in the playoffs. He overachieved. So right now, his childhood trauma is just on the forefront right now. Why he's playing professional ball, and he's a probably $100 millionaire, but he's a multi-millionaire. But that has
he makes $100 million in the last 2 years alone.
Yes, that has nothing to do with his mental health that he's battling right now. So obviously, that's what's going on right now. His childhood trauma is just showing out right now.
But Bruce, I hear what you're saying, right? My only
the old grumpy Bruce.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So
no empathy. Go ahead, man.
My pushback to that is your point. You got plenty of dough, man. You can seek help during the off season, or you can see, for instance, what's his name? Meta Sanford Artest, formerly Ron Artest. He was getting therapy while he was playing. He always talks about how much his therapist helped him and so on and so forth, right? So he could get therapy. Why Jimmy Butler can't get therapy? Money is not an issue for him.
Sometimes therapy isn't enough. It's the man. Sometimes it's the man in the mirror. And some people just can't break through. Some people's trauma is just so cut so deep. It's like demons.
I can see that.
Some people, the man, you gotta look yourself in the mirror. I don't care how many therapists you go see. You gotta look yourself in the mirror and want to do it yourself.
All right, but okay, fair enough. But check this, right? Here should be the motivation, right? Jimmy Butler has kids, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Absolutely.
So everything he's going through, playing ball and trying to make this money and all that, presumably is so his children don't have to go through what he went through. And I respect
Absolutely.
that. So why would you act the fool and literally be giving that away, taking that from your kids? Not saying that you're just handing them money, but you see what I'm saying? Like, that should be your ultimate motivation, right? Me personally, right? My motivation is two things, right? I'm trying to be a better person, right? And a better Muslim, and my son, right? My daughter's grown already, so she's kind of formed, but now I have to try and be an example and to my son and raise him and teach him how to be a man in this tough world. So I say that to say, of course, everyone's not the same and we don't all think the same, but as a parent, that should be all of our motivations, right? Is our children. So you got kids, you've done all of this to give them the life that you never had, and you acting the fool. Like, I don't understand that. See what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm sorry, did I cut you off? What?
No, that was it.
Yes. Easier said than done. You Bruce, and Jimmy is Jimmy.
Facts.
Like I said, his trauma is deep rooted within his DNA.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically something that it's something out of his hands right now. It's like, it's something that he's. Yes, I get Ron Artest. Ron Artest got himself together. But some people, it's just deeper than what we perceive it to be. Like, it's something going on, and it's been going on with him since he was a child.
That's fair.
Obviously, since his father left him since he had no father figure in his life, so that his daddy issues is prevalent as well, because he don't have his emotional intelligence is not there, and his critical skills. So his father left him as a baby. His mama kicked him out at 13. So he's been a problem child his whole life, and sometimes it should take a lifetime to get a hold of, and some people never get a hold of it. Some people die, go to their grave with it. So. And how Pat Riley is handling it, well, Jimmy Butler bullheaded, and he how he used to disrespect Pat in Minnesota, and that's why they got him out of Minnesota, because he used to be tough on Pat. He used to come to the practice, cussing everybody out, all that shit. Pat Riley, they're gonna bump heads. Both, Pat Riley, Godfather, he ain't playing. See what he, what I'm saying? Like,
that's right. Nor should he.
You're not going to be bigger than me in Miami. Not even LeBron James. LeBron James, you're going to be bigger than me.
That's right.
And try to run. And so,
should he.
The way Pat Riley is handling it, oh man, I don't know, man. I think he's handling it the best way possible. He's not putting him on blast publicly, from what I haven't seen yet. Has he? Hasn't said nothing public about it, has he?
No, he made a couple statements that I read earlier in the segment, but not he, but the organization, I guess the PR team made a couple statements. So it is what it is. I mean, look, if you act like a fool, you deserve to get aired out. It's that simple to me. So, but again, I got a different outlook on it. So
he been in line in Miami pretty much since he's been there, except the last 2 seasons. That's to be real with that.
Yeah, absolutely. No argument.
Something's going on that he's not satisfied with, and in Miami, and he's acting out like a Lord. His childhood trauma is coming to the forefront, because he's been balling the past 5. In the past 5 years, he's been playing pretty well in Miami. He's been in line. He built it. He kept the Heat culture strong. So,
but
the past couple, they've been in the finals 2 years, right? Like in the past 5 years, He deserves a little bit of cash. He deserves some cash. A little rope to hang itself.
Why do we
hang
that?
itself?
That's
Crazy.
That's like saying, hey, I've been a good husband for the last 20 years, but yesterday I smacked earth, wind, and fire out my wife. Like,
yes, absolutely.
That's not how that works.
True. Let me say this. He's been a problem every team he's been on, except for Miami for the past 2 years. So obviously, some heads being bumped behind the scenes. That
I think so too.
Yeah. You know what my aunt always says: the right side, the left side, and the middle. The truth in the middle. So we don't know what's going on that rubbed him the wrong way.
Right.
I'm gonna get out the phone before. Let me say, can I chime in on something real quick? I'm gonna be real, like 2 minutes.
Yeah, good, man.
I just want to say something about Bronny from the last subject. I didn't get a chance to call in. He played bad yesterday. You could tell he was a little antsy. Like the game was a little bit too fast for him. How could I say this? At the same time, I think just give it a little bit more time. He's not ready. But he had some good shots in that game. He missed some open shots. It's not like it
was some good looks.
Knock shots down. He had a floater that he missed. He had a couple wide open shots that he missed. He was a little erratic. It just felt like it was just a little, he played a little fearful. He was scared a little bit. The game was a little bit too fast for him. And you could tell Philadelphia really put emphasis on putting the clamps on him. But I'm going to give him some time. I'm going to give him 3 years before I say it's a complete failure. I'm not going to say
that's fine.
Put power on just yet. I'm going to give it 3 more years to see any improvement. So he's playing well in the G League, which it really don't count in the NBA. I get it. Cool. But he has skill, so I'm going to give it some time.
And that's fine. But do you hear what you're saying? If you have to give an NBA player 3 years to prove they're a failure, they should still be in college. That seems pretty simple to me.
Okay, true. But let's see. This is like on some true shit. Even I'm not comparing Bron to any of the guys who came out of high school and struggled their first year. Because Kobe struggled his first year. Who else I was looking at? Kobe only averaged 6 points his rookie year.
7. But again, wait. I think we know that if Kobe got the minutes, because remember who was ahead of him. If he got the minutes, he would have averaged double figures. Kevin Garnett averaged double figures out the gate. You know what I'm saying?
Giannis averaged 6 his rookie year. He was a project as well.
Yeah, he was a project.
But at the same time, LeBron, Bronny's in the league because of his father, true. But he has skill. He has superior athletic. How you say that?
Athleticism.
Yes. I ain't that damn bright all the time.
I don't know if he even has that though. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure now.
No, he got his father. Bryce got LeBron's height. LeBron got Bronny got his athleticism. He plays harder. You didn't see him dunk on the kid the other day at the game? I mean, the kid can jump.
Oh, yeah, I did see that one. I did see that.
He jumped off the gym. Don't get it wrong. He got skill. So I'm gonna give him a little bit of time. So
okay.
Besides that, man, I hope y'all boys have a nice night, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all up.
All right, brother. Thank you for the call, man.
All right, y'all.
All right, man. All right, y'all. We're gonna leave it right there, man. That was a hell of an ending segment. Holy cow. We're gonna leave it there.
Worth it.
We appreciate all y'all being here with us tonight, man. If you haven't already, please go ahead, hit that like and subscribe on the way out. And also share the channel, man. Share the channel. We are growing and we appreciate that. We just got over 5,000 subs. So, we coming along and we trying to make this thing happen, man. And we appreciate the community that we are building here. So thank you all so much for being here, man. Obviously, we have a lot of fun. Tonight was crazy. Okay. Yeah, tonight was
I'm not going to do this. We're trying to make it to midnight.
All right, yo, we out, man. I got nothing. We out, man. Have a good night.
Love and appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, we'll see you next time. We out. Peace.